And goblins. The goblins surround Daphne. Joanna?
Hold my action.
Cass?
Move to assist Daphne. Twice.
I'm here to protect you.
My hero.
It started long years ago. Weekends, weeknights when the lights are low. The word goes around to those in the know. The D&D game is going down. Time set aside to play it hook or crook. Millions of gamers are heading for their books. Gather round, lads, forget the funny looks. Everyone's dungeon bound. Said everyone's dungeon bound. Come bards from the north, elves off the moor, gamers off work, get down to the store. Scratch your neighbor, what's underneath? A wizard or a cleric or a thief. Generation since Gygax, rolling their initiative and scarfing down a snack. It's fun to fill the form, and if you roll some awesome stats, you can always earn a couple more. Oh, next week coming back for more. Come gnomes from the north, orcs off the moor, freaks and geeks, get down to the store. Scratch your neighbor, what's underneath? A paladin, a fighter, or a thief. 5 and 20 halflings, silent in the field, never held for ransom, never made to yield. Half-elven lady known to be a spy, rolling her charisma while the gentlemen go by. Off work, get down to the store. Scratch your neighbor, what's underneath? A wizard or a cleric or a thief. A human half-orc, play the one you like. Bust a couple heads instead of studying for psych. Long sword, short sword, scimitar, a bow. Everyone's a gamer, don't you know? Bards from the north, elves off the moor, freaks and gamer geeks, get down to the store. Scratch your neighbor, what's underneath? A wizard or a cleric or a thief. A paladin, a fighter or a thief. A wizard, a cleric, a thief. Playing D&D.
Tails late.
Flynn pulls a Lazarus.
Look at that spicy subscription.
And goblins. The goblins surround Daphne. Joanna?
Hold my action.
Cass?
Move to assist Daphne. Twice.
I'm here to protect you.
My hero.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dungeons and Douchebags Fallen Empires. Woo!
Yeah.
I agree with Walrus.
Exactly, yes.
I second that.
Walrus is always right.
A lot
Yeah.
of noises today.
Mhm.
Ah, really good.
Only the best noises for Walrus.
Oh.
Noises are superior. It's like that one Transformer, right? He said noises are greater.
You mean
Yes.
Starscream?
No, I meant Soundwave, you...
Soundwave is able to pick up on any sound in the universe. Play my favorite song.
No, Soundwave is like, Soundwave superior.
Whoa.
Oh, thank you for the bits!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
Also, I didn't
Oh,
study this
that's
Transformers lore. Shit.
Yeah.
Neither did I. I just
But
guessed
it's essential
Starscream
for the
or.
running of the game.
I'm sorry,
I
I didn't
just-
study up on this test.
Starscream would be
Neither
like,
did I.
Lord Megatron has a cold! I am the new leader of the Decepticons!
Oh god, that.
What's the one guy that always talks out of getting killed and then it gets killed anyway?
I
but
think
has...
that's Starscream.
That's
That is
Starscream.
Starscream.
That's still Starscream, yeah.
He's my favorite.
I know nothing about Transformers except for maybe that, and I.
He's
died
my
for
favorite
Samus.
Gryffindor.
My favorite. The only thing I know about Transformers is the fact that there's a big red man who turns into a truck occasionally, and he goes, "I want to save the world," and then he goes and saves the world occasionally, and then he drives into people because that's the thing to do, I guess.
Excellent.
What about the
Please
giant
put that out of
planet-eating robot
context. I need
truck?
Oh yeah, okay. The giant planet-eating robot. That's a whole other story and a can of worms that I don't know about. All I know is it's a planet and it eats things.
He's
and
not
that's-
actually a planet.
You're
He's
forgetting
a
the most
transformer,
important
and he's
part.
apparently a car.
Dude,
It's all
you're
Transformers
forgetting.
are
You're all
cars.
forgetting the most important part. For in the beginning, there was the cube, and for some reason, that affects things.
Oh, now I'm
How about
physically
you
actually
stop?
remembering the Transformers
Wait,
movie.
are you implying that the Transformers are responsible for Nintendo's Smash Brothers series?
There was the cube.
Well, somebody has to take responsibility.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hasbro.
Lord Megatron is the one who put in tripping.
God damn it.
So then who put in wave dashing?
Nosferatu.
Jazz. I was gonna say Jazz, but you know, Nosferatu is probably better.
That was. You've been given a mission in the YouTube.
I know,
comments.
but you know the conversation was going so swimmingly. Magic Dratini in the YouTube chat says, "Tell Alex I think his voice is angelic. That's capitalized angelic.
Like all caps angelic, or just the one cap?
Just the one cap.
All right.
Scream.
Hey,
Come
thank
on.
you for the bits, Unirab.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
the bits, the bits, the bits.
The bits. The bits. The bits.
Bits.
The cube. The cube.
The cube, the cube.
If you bow down to the cube, it actually turns into a sphere, and that's not actually that's real.
I'm more of a
don't know what
time
that-
cube kind of person.
Why can't it turn into a cylinder or something?
Okay,
I'm more
but
of a
in the
kinda- yeah,
words
I'm more of a
in the words of our
go-getter
friend
than-
Split, hear me out on this. If you take the cube and you flip it 360 degrees, it's still a fucking cube.
I mean,
yes.
he's not wrong, but at the same time, why not a trapezoid prism?
Shit, you're
I-
right.
I prefer the isosacchahedron. Thank you.
I prefer the dodecahedron.
And
guess
Prefer
what?
it's the dodecahedron.
It's flat.
I prefer doe,
Flat
a deer, a female deer.
Ray?
I prefer.
Female deer.
Deck, the thing I'll do to you.
Oh.
Something that rhymes with hedron. I don't fucking know.
Back when I went to
the
this
thing I'll drink tonight. Just kidding.
It's funny you mentioned that. We went to this this Renaissance festival once upon a time, and they just did like a variation of Do Re Mi, using just the concept of beer. It was just like Do,
Oh.
the money to buy my beer. Ray, the guy who buys my beer. Thanks, Ray. Me, the guy who buys, and so on and so forth.
Me, the guy who drinks the beer.
How far I'll throw the beer?
So I think I'll have my beer. I guess I'll have my beer.
I'm sorry, did you say
No,
ba?
thinks I'll have some beer. Damn it, fa.
Yeah, but turns out I am a sheep.
And now I'm drunk out of my mind.
Wake up,
And
sheeple.
then you just fall on the ground.
That was a
Stop.
horrible sheep impression. I am sorry.
I thought that was Peter Griffin.
hey, Lois. Hey, Lois. I'm playing D&D now, Lois.
Hey, now Freddy Freak is dancing in our living room.
Holy fuck, wife! Jesus Christ!
Why is he so upset about it?
Well, because he's gonna freak you out, man. 1-800-490-FREAK. Calm now.
1-800-490-FREAK.
Call now. Call now for your free freak today.
Yeah.
What even was on that line? Was
Okay.
anyone alive back then?
I have a very important question from PC Masterak 3. Who is Phil?
Who the
Thavagan.
fuck knows?
Where is Phil?
Thavagan.
When is
The
Phil?
moment you find out, please let me know.
How?
Why is Phil?
What is
I can do
Phil?
one better.
Most importantly, how is Phil?
How are you, Phil?
You guys are
Always ask
inconsiderate.
who's
How are you,
Phil?
Phil?
Never, how is Phil?
You heard it here first. The answer is yes. You're welcome.
We always ask what the fox says, but no one ever asks how the fox
Whoa.
feels.
Oh,
Thank you
more
for those
bits.
bits.
Oh, thank
Thanks,
you.
man.
It's
His eyes are so great.
All right. 1-900-490-FREAK. 1 freak, 5 freak, 9 freak, freak 3 freak, 8 freak, 9 2 freak, 1 freak.
What?
Yeah.
freak constantly.
Wait a minute. I have to write this down. I want to get freaked.
1 freak, 2 freak, 1 freak, 2 freak, 3 freak, 4. Now the freak is at your door.
Oh, freak out.
Yeah. 9
Freak out,
freak,
man.
7 freak, 5 freak, 2.
Alex, you're freaking me out, man.
Now the freak is
too?
coming for you.
What did
I'm
you just
so
say?
glad we all tried to rhyme to that.
You guys are the reason I take therapy.
No, the reason
Goodbye,
you take
everyone. I'll remember you all in therapy.
No, the reason you take therapy is Spider Rat.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Eat my ass, Alex.
the entire ass?
One entire ass?
Dipped in
That's so
chocolate.
much.
One whole ass.
Thank you
Thank
for the
you.
bits.
Thank you.
You're wrong.
Blessed be the bit giver.
And we're almost halfway to unleashing some wild magic. What does that mean? Who knows? Maybe we'll find out tonight on Fallen Empires. Woo!
I'm
Apparently
thoroughly
starring,
freaked.
apparently starring Pinky and the Brain, possibly?
Apparently.
Brain.
Stop metagaming.
Pinky and the brain.
But
Hey,
yeah,
I only bring it up because Alex did.
I did straight up say it was the brain in the preview, which you're gonna see in a few minutes. Bye-bye, people. We'll see you in a few.
Bye.
Intro!
Hello, little ones. Would you like to hear a story? I've got one for you. Of dungeons and douchebags. Long ago, the land of Irion was governed by many majestic empires. The humans of the plains, the elves of the forest, the Oreads of the mountains, the Merrow of the oceans, and the kobolds and Okiti taking what was left. But, as is so common amongst all with darkness in their hearts, those who had power would not be satisfied until they had more. War broke out, alliances being made and broken in a second, as the once civilized races slew each other in droves in vain attempts to get one more seat of power. The kobolds, on the brink of annihilation, sought out a new draconic god who would protect them. Instead, they found Jagotha. A powerful and terrible dragon, Jagotha cared not for the suffering of those around him. Taking advantage of the warring continent, Jagotha razed Irion to the ground, seeking to carve a mighty empire in his name. A last desperate alliance stood firm against Jagotha, and after a terrible battle, the dragon was finally slain. With Irion torn apart, and no one in any shape to continue the war, an armistice was reached, and the Great War ended. Now, many years later, Irion has started to rebuild, and the Age of Clockwork has begun. And our unlikely heroes, gathered first to celebrate a harvest festival, may soon find themselves at the center of another war. Trevlon, the halfling bard.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this mystery. Right after I've had this little nap.
Corellian, the kobold paladin.
You must understand, I will do whatever it takes.
Malifang, the half-elf rogue.
You have me rather curious. Tell me something about you.
Thavagath, the Goliath barbarian.
With victory comes honor. And goes.
And Momo, the Arakakra cleric.
You seem tense. Let me help you.
From humble beginnings, these brave adventurers may soon find themselves the key to saving the fallen empires. Last time on Dungeons and Douchebags, Fallen Empires. Our heroes descended into the caverns beneath the Fiery Grog Tavern, and were almost overrun by rats. But these were no ordinary rats, no. These were deadly experiments, including one that was a mix of a spider and a rat that almost took out Momo with a single blow. After returning to the tavern to recover, and intimidating Toftir de Flame, the owner, into paying up front, our heroes returned back to the cavern, fighting off more of the deadly creatures, and discovering the remains of Emiria, an adventurer from long, long ago, and what she was searching for, the legendary warhammer known as Storm's Herald. Retrieving the hammer, an ancient sacrificial dagger, and several other items that might have been of a magical nature, our heroes continued to explore the cavern, and have just found a telepathic rat known as Nibbles, who wishes to negotiate with them. What does Nibbles want with the party? Who is the master and creator of these mutant rats? And how bad is this impression of the brain going to be? Find out on tonight's episode of Dungeons and Douchebags, Fallen Empires. Welcome to Fallen Empires on Internet Remix, Dungeons and Douchebags. When we were backstage, thank you for the follow, when we were backstage, Phil was threatened with penis punching.
It was for a good reason.
So, you know, a day like any other.
A day like
Yeah,
any
basically.
other. And today on all future sessions for Hey, thank you for the spicy subscription, Sunev.
Hey.
Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub.
And as an incentive to donate bits, I have found a wild magic table where wacky things will happen to our characters no matter what situation they're in, and they'll just have to live with it.
Alex, don't. Wild magic never goes well. Have you seen that karaoke video?
I've seen the karaoke video. I don't think there's anything world-breaking in the table I have, so...
I am so excited for this.
Yes.
I'm scared.
You know, I'm like, look, it's like looking over a bridge and you're like, man, I could jump off, but you probably shouldn't, though. So, you know, so it's like that feeling of I'm scared.
Yeah. The old man said there was candy down there.
Take that mustache off. Shit.
Yeah, take the snidely whiplash mustache off of Corellian.
I have a positive perception score. I noticed it. Nice try.
Yeah. Wild magic is, like, rarely good, but it's always fun, is the thing.
Okay, I see
And by
people...
fun, you mean, like, Dwarf Fortress fun, right?
Yeah! That's
also,
exactly
I see people asking in the comments, but after the stream, please, for the love of God, look up Doomed the Universe with Karaoke. You will not regret it.
Okay.
Anyways.
Why are you so guys? Why are you guys so mean to Corellian's player portrait? I swear.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I worked really hard on that.
Yeah.
Appreciate JoJo's good work.
I do appreciate it.
Wait.
Love it.
Beautiful.
All right.
So
we can just ruin this portrait just like the other one.
I thought we were trying to not be fresh.
Yeah, we're trying very hard to not be fresh.
Fuck fresh.
Okay,
gotta remain
Okay.
unfresh.
So for the 10th time, when we last left off, our heroes were in a series of caverns below the Fiery Grog Tavern, fighting off a series of mutant rats. And as I switch over to the map they're on, they lit up a magic lantern they found. That's not the right map. That's the tavern.
Hey, we're back.
Yeah. They lit up.
It was all just a dream.
It was all a dream. There were no rats.
And you were there, and you were there, and you were there.
And you died!
They lit up
Again.
they lit up a magic lantern they found, which illuminated the area around them and revealed a pale rat with an enlarged cranium that apparently was invisible. So as you're looking into the room he was in, it's basically rows of long wood tables hogging most of the space in here, and it smells like liquid ass in here. There are dozens of metal cages sitting atop the tables, and they contain a whole bunch of rats. Rats of all different shapes and sizes. There are a couple of spider rats, some of the dragon rats, some of the bloated, exploding rats are in here. The air's filled with the sound of, like, chittering rats and the smell of rat droppings. So, you go on in, and the pale rat that's out of the cage says, "Nibbles wishes to speak with you. Perhaps we can help each other out."
What?
I don't
Yeah.
like rats,
the dressing.
Good talk.
Sorry, it's not that we're not trying. It's just we don't
Yeah,
usually speak to rats.
What, you're saying you're too good to talk to rats? Oh, I see how it is.
No. It's just I don't exactly know where to start the conversation. What do you like? What do you want to talk about? Do you have any specific favorite cheeses? Do you?
What do you mean? What did
Your
you... I'm
rats-
sorry to...
Yeah, go.
Do you have any hobbies?
Wait, hold on a second. What did you mean by maybe we can help each other out?
Alright, so in order, Camembert, plotting what I'll do when I rule the world, and help each other out. Well, there are a lot of things I want to get done around here, but can't because I am a very tiny rat and you are large people.
I'm sorry, I may not have caught that. Can you repeat that second one?
Yes, I
You
can.
said we are very large. So, okay. I am largest of all, which means I can be most helpful. What do you need, Tiny Rat?
Alright, so, let me break it down. My full name, if you will address me as such, is Nibbles Brains Pinkerton. It is a very nice name. All the rats like it. And,
I also enjoy that name. It's very fun to say.
yes, thank you.
No
Thank you
offense.
very much.
Very nice to meet you, Tiny Rat.
Yeah. I was awakened by the Rat King and chosen to give his second in command. Given magical not incantations, sorry, I get those confused sometimes. Augmentations, that's the word, yes. I was given magical augmentations, such as telepathy and the ability to turn invisible.
Telepathy?
Telepathy, yes, I am projecting my thoughts directly into your brains.
Oh.
Can you show us being invisible?
Can you turn out the lantern, please? It seems to make me, he looks down at himself. Not invisible.
Find that hard to believe. I think
Wait a
you're
minute,
just
are you
lying.
penetrating my mind? Oh, my mind has been valid!
Oh, calm
So-
yourself, little bird. There's nothing I can read in there that's gross or whatever.
So when you
Wait.
say
Oh, good.
I'd rather we kept the lights on if it's all the same with you.
So, what do you need?
Okay, so the Rat King, the guy I mentioned who made me what I am right now. He's been totally ignoring me over the past few days, past few weeks even, burying himself in experiments, ignoring all other duties, completely neglecting poor Nibbles Brains Pinkerton. I think he's going quite mad.
Nice.
Well, yeah. Surprised. Generally when you are in the business of making rats that try to murder people, I've not met many men who are that sane when they do that, to be honest.
Have you met more men that make rats that try to murder people?
Yeah, he has a good
More than you
nose.
think.
Yeah, well, it happens. It's surprising. Yeah.
Roll deception.
Okay, here we go. This is something I am good at. Here we go, boys.
Okay. Ah, wow. Small world.
You live a very interesting life, apparently, Trevon.
I'm a reporter. I got to go places, you know?
Apparently.
Ignore my roll, that was an accident.
Yeah, okay, I'm just assuming you're not perceiving anything. Got it.
No.
Alright, so, here's my deal. The Rat King is going mad. He should probably be stopped. I would much prefer you didn't kill him, but I guess I really couldn't stop you if you did. But, here's the deal. I will happily tell you what I know about this place. If you help me, get rid of the Rat King in here. And if you capture him or kill him, I'm sure the rest of these rats will stop following his orders and disperse somewhere else.
I don't know. I have a bit of trouble believing that, especially if I think you mentioned that one of your end goals was to take over the world.
What?
Yeah, I was about to ask about that.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
This seems kind of suspicious, with all due respect.
You guys are way too picky. We get a chance to kill a thing. Come on, let's go.
I don't want to kill anything.
It's okay, little Barb. It gets easier.
Oh,
wow, that is really dark, man.
Yeah.
Okay, question. I'm just going to call you Brain to simplify things.
You can call me Nibbles, that's fine.
Nibbles is also better, and I get less of a gooey picture of a brain if I say it, so I'm comfortable with this. Nibbles, the Rat King, presumably he has the keys to your cage.
I'm not in a cage. He's actually standing on top of several cages.
Fair enough. All right. Okay.
It was a metaphor.
I mean, he also has the keys to all these other cages, but I figured out how to open them myself, so...
Of course, he's a smart animal.
Well, I mean, he's talking to us, isn't he?
He's got telepathy! How else would he open the doors with his tiny rat hands?
Yes!
Yes!
With my tiny rat hands, I have mastered the art of unlocking cages.
Momo, rats are very intelligent before they're granted additional intelligence. I'm sure even a normal rat would eventually figure out how to open a cage if left to their own devices.
You're probably right. I'm very sorry.
It's fine. Don't apologize.
Okay. Second question also. How long have you been down here? Because, well, to be honest, we came in here through a pub, and no, you don't usually find many rat caves down below pubs.
I wouldn't
To
know.
be fair, you don't really find many caves in general underneath of a pub.
I agree with that.
I mean, I wouldn't know about not finding caves below pubs. I haven't actually left the cave, but I'd say I've been down here close to a year now.
And, finding that the bartender's story about not knowing about this place is becoming a little bit more hard to believe.
I mean, to be fair, actually, the tunnels we use to get in and out of the caves, we, as in the general rats, not me, I'm not allowed to leave. We dig through them and then cave them in so that people don't discover them really quickly.
I see.
If you're
So
not
you
allowed
might
to
have-
leave here, how have you managed to survive?
Okay, so, how did you say you got in here?
There was
Pub.
Okay, yeah.
Basement.
Okay, yeah. So the tunnel we're currently using, it opens up into this side chamber where we store rations, bits of cheese, wine, food. We eat that.
Well, yes, just to survive, of course.
Sorry, could you say that again? I didn't hear you.
It was nothing. I was just mumbling to myself.
Okay, good talk.
So, all right. Your story seems to make sense. Now, quick question. More than quick question. How difficult would you say it will be to politely negotiate with this Rat King person?
Oh, hell no. You're not going to negotiate with him. He's He's going crazy. He keeps muttering to himself something about an old voice. Got increasingly paranoid. Like, you could distract him, but I don't think you could politely ask him to not experiment on rats.
That's fair enough. I can understand that, and I'm not surprised by it. Second question: how difficult will it be to, punch his lights out?
Well, honestly, I wouldn't know. I haven't tried. None of the rats have tried. It doesn't seem like the kind of thing that comes up to anyone. So there you go.
Nibbles, do you know anything about a statue of a god per se, or an altar?
No, I can't say I've seen anything like that. I'd be very interested to know about that, though. I've got kind of a hobby of collecting arcane knowledge, learning about that.
Huh. Interesting. We stumbled across several things that are of arcane significance, and one of which I believe was, what was it? A sacrificial altar.
Oh, really? Would you? The dagger.
Oh, yes, of course. We found this in one of them. It was covered in some mysterious poison.
Your Rat King wouldn't have been experimenting with anything like this.
Perhaps he was exposed to it?
Maybe.
Exposed? Probably. Would this be in the stream? Was that in the water to the east?
Oh, it probably is now.
Yes, it was. That's where we found it.
Oh, okay. That would explain why I don't know it. It'd say it's too deep for my tiny rat paws to go over there.
So, in theory, presumably you would need our help to get you actually out of here, or would you be able to escape without us?
I mean, theoretically, I'd be able to escape without you. It would be a lot easier if the Rat King didn't notice I was gone. So.
All right. Say we help you. Like a smart rat, what exactly can you give us apart from information about the Rat King?
Hold on a second. And then he goes over, crawls along some cages, goes over towards the back wall, and let me see how far that is.
He
he's still in
mentioned
range.
Something about taking over the world, right? Is this really the best use of our time?
He unlatches one of the...
Talking to the party.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, quiet little one. You're being paranoid.
I do know. I have heard of many people who've said, "Oh, I'm going to take over the world. It's going to be great." Crazy people when they're drunk. I don't know how. Well, with his size,
It's more likely he'll be involved with some sort of wacky hijinks with some sort of assistant, and then continuously fail to do so. Is that what you're saying?
Very specific, but yes, also.
All right, so he.
And I should write that down.
He unlatches one of the cages that looks empty and kind of digs through the straw bedding before coming out carrying a thin corked glass vial. It looks very similar to the vial that you found in the storage area earlier. And then he drops it on the table. He says, "This vial with the big yellow liquid inside, that allows the Rat King to dominate rats. I, of course, am too smart to fall for it, so, I mean, it's all yours."
I remember seeing something in a scroll I found earlier about controlling rats.
I have the vial.
Would this be just that?
Oh, yeah. Same thing.
So, okay. Be honest, I've been a little bit anxious about using that, just because to drinking rat control juice.
Well, when you put it like that, it just sounds weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sorry, you cut out, and the only thing I heard at the end of your first sentence was rat control juice, so...
Yeah.
Well, I did say, is there any side effects?
I mean, not that I know of. I haven't drank it. I don't need to.
long as it doesn't hurt your bones, I'm fine.
I mean, if you could take a sip, and that would probably be fine.
Want to give it a little sip? For
Great.
posterity?
Okay. Knavagath reaches out for the thing, just kind of ignores everyone else, grabs it, takes a teeny little sip.
Okay, so you take a sip, and you instantly recognize, yes, this is a potion of rat control. You can use it to try and force a rat with an intelligence of 4 or less to serve you. They have to make a wisdom saving throw, and if they fail, they are under your control for the potion's duration.
And is this a permanent thing that my character now has, or does this have a limit?
Potion lasts for maximum of 6 hours if you just down the whole potion. Just a sip won't do anything.
Okay.
And then on each of your turns,
try it.
yeah, you can use your action to mentally command the rat. Also, Momo, you take a sip, you recognize the same thing.
Okay.
Okay, what roll would we have to make to do the actual thing? Just so I know.
The rats actually would have to make the roll to avoid being mind-controlled.
Okay, so it's nothing to... Okay, cool. Cool beans.
Well, I don't know about you lot, but I'm not too comfortable with the idea of a crazed madman using rats to do his bidding. So perhaps we should take care of that, yeah?
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Cool.
We'll do our
We
best.
eliminate the threat.
Okay, sounds great. But I haven't actually, given you that much information, so I think it's only fair I actually tell you some stuff what I know about this place.
Yes, of course. Sorry.
Do tell.
Okay, so
If you wouldn't mind.
to avoid redundancy, where exactly have you been so far?
Well, there was one cavern filled with these sentient mushrooms of sort. They
We
seemed
didn't go too
poisonous.
far into that one.
Oh yeah, that's pretty smart. There's violet fungus in there. That's really nasty. I've seen a lot of rats get eaten by it. The rat king usually goes in there with a rat bear pig to forage for the ingredients to make this potion.
On that note, pigs are there?
Let's see.
Fills me with a sort of fear.
Well, in this room, he looks around. Yeah, there's 2 rat bear pigs in here. Were you planning on controlling one of them, or?
Okay. Wait. Are they in the Are they in cages?
Yeah, they're in the cages. The only rat that's not in the cage is me because I'm the
Let's
smart
keep
one.
them in the cages.
All right, fair enough.
Be able to actually look at take a look at the rat bear pig.
Yeah, sure.
Sketch. I'm gonna give it. Where? So it'd be where would it be in the room? Exactly?
It would be towards the back.
He's big.
Yeah, that is a huge rat. It's sewn on parts of a rat, a bear, and a pig. Around as big as a bear itself, with the snout of a pig, rat whiskers on it, and mostly bear body, but rat ears and rat facial features.
I want to poke it.
That is terrifying.
The other guy's gonna poke it.
Yeah, you poke it, and it just
Momo
kind
goes
of
behind Thavagath and
headbutts
hides
against
and
you
crouches
and
behind
almost
his
scratches
shin.
you with a tusk. I really wouldn't poke it. They get
avoid
aggressive.
Doing that.
That thing's cute. It reminds me of the pet I used to have when I was 5. I love it.
What
kind of pets do you keep?
Big ones.
Apparently. So, do any of these rats ever manage to break free of the rat domination potion that you're aware of?
That I'm aware of, no. Usually, by the time the potion wears off, they're back to being docile and just obeying commands regardless.
Alright.
But again, that could be just a Rat King thing. I don't know. I'm not the Rat King. I don't drink that stuff.
As far as locations we've been before as well, where were the other altars located again?
It was up the North Passage towards the pub with the axe trap, and we were across the stream into that hallway with those, what were they called again? The echolocating things?
The what?
The
Big butts.
echolocating things. The I can't remember the name of them. You know, where you got your new toy, Thavagath.
Oh, you mean the bats?
I don't think they were bats. And we've been down towards the waterfall where the sacrificial altar was, and up towards the source.
Oh, did you find the Rat King's secret stash?
Stash?
Secret stash?
Tell us more.
Okay, so in that crossroads that on one side's the stream, and then there it goes in 3 different directions, one of which goes to the fungus room, and another one goes down here. He's got a secret stash up there.
Stash of what?
Emergency funds, stuff he wants to get if he has to leave here in a hurry.
Ah, so those weren't offerings to some sort of old god, which means they are on the table. Perfect. Thank you. I feel no guilt.
What do you mean
What?
offerings to an old god?
Well, there was the room past the crossroads up towards where we entered from. There were a bunch of crates, stash, supplies, and there was a hidden door to an altar of a fish god.
Oh,
with a bunch of coins.
I didn't know there was a hidden door there.
Oh, come to think of it, it was covered in dust and it hadn't been disturbed for a while.
Yeah, I don't think the Rat King knew about that either.
Well, I guess it's off the table.
Yeah, no, I don't think the emergency funds have any, like, fish god statues around them. I would have definitely noticed that.
Oh, darn. Appreciate it, though.
Of course.
Is there anything else we should know about the Rat King?
Is he an actual rat?
He is not, in fact, a rat.
Is he, what is he?
He's an elf, as far as I know.
Really?
Wait a minute, what does he look like?
Dark skin, weird hair, kind of ratty clothing. Pun fully intended, I guess. Haha, I'm funny, I made a joke.
Very nice.
Wants to take over the surface world, kind of going crazy. I haven't really seen any other elves, so I'm not sure how to describe him relatively. But, like, around the height of the pale-haired dude in the suit here, he looks over at Meliphane. But darker skin and wilder hair.
You have,
Does he have robes on?
No.
Oh. All right.
Well, so do you lot think we can go in and convince him,
Well.
or do you think we should down a potion and take a rat bear pig with us?
I mean, you're going to have a little bit of a problem getting to him. His personal chamber and laboratory, beyond what I affectionately refer to as the demon doors.
And
Why do you call them the demon doors?
The second you look at them, you're probably going to get a good idea.
Okay.
I've never actually been allowed past them myself, but whenever the Rat King goes up to them, he's carrying a purple flower of some kind.
Would that perhaps be one of the mushrooms by any chance?
It's not a mushroom, I can tell that much. I know what the difference between a flower and a mushroom because I'm smart.
Yeah.
Granted.
Well, there's only
Windows.
one way to
Is
find
that-
out, isn't it?
Are they enchanted in any way?
The mushrooms?
Yeah. Well,
I mean, in all my studies of whatever arcane arts I could find, no, I don't think they're enchanted. They're purple. There's violet fungus in there, and that's nasty. That's about it.
Well,
Are there? Do you know of any other precautions we should take against this violet fungus?
yes.
Well, if the rat bear pig was made to sniff out the violet fungus, you could probably take a rat bear pig along with you.
So?
Oh no.
Who
I mean,
wants...
What were you about to say?
Well...
and I...
Sorry,
Well,
Trevor.
you go, okay.
Go
first.
You cut out, so I assume you said you go first. So go ahead.
Yes. I'm not. The cutting out is fun. I'll say
Yes,
this.
it's great.
10 out of 10.
Right. So am I going first? Or
Yes.
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 To take the reins of this creature.
I mean, if you volunteer, then you volunteer. Unless you had a particular desire to do so, Momo.
No, of course not.
You're
If you wanted to.
Why would I want to control the thing?
I don't know.
You know, you might be trying to confront a fear. For instance, the best way you deal with something that you don't like is by, you know...
Alright, I'll do it.
Okay, Momo, do you drink one of the potions?
Yeah!
Alright. You chug down the potion, and Nibble says, alright, here we go, and unlatches the cage of the rat bear pig. And then as you finish the potion, you stare right into its eyes and try to impose your will. It made its saving throw.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
And,
Close to this rat. I'm very close to this rat.
And then it just,
Because it's rat, I don't want to be close!
it roars and
wasn't a
squeals and thrashes around and lodges a tusk. Not lodges a tusk yet. It sends a tusk right towards you, Trevlon. That is a 20 to hit. That definitely hit you.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Trevlon, it lodges its tusk right in your stomach as it just thrashes around in its cage. And you take 6 slashing damage from it.
Oof. Okay.
Lock it up, lock it up.
Okay, and then Nibbles quickly
cage?
puts the
Where's
latch
the
back
cage,
on.
please?
Okay, I guess get good.
Okay.
Is that all you have to say?
I don't
What,
know.
you
I mean,
can't-
I don't know how the potion works. Why would I drink it?
He did close the cage, right?
Yes.
Good.
Trevlon, are you alright?
Yeah.
Do you need healing?
Oh.
Just let me heal you, please.
I'm bleeding a lot.
Oh my god.
In a minute. Just
Can I
gonna take
heal
a little
him?
nap.
Can I heal him?
Yeah, sure. What are you gonna heal him with?
Let me look. I'm going to heal him with Healing Wound.
Healing word. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Great. You should be able to just click on healing word and that'll say cast it at first level.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. You recite
Yeah,
one of the
mostly
ancient verses of Malil, and divine energy flows through Trevlon and heals him back up.
You okay?
Well, you know what? It's not the worst thing that's happened to me today, so it's fine. It could have gone way worse.
Well, unless any of us want to try that again, I guess we're going to go investigate that.
I'm not
on
doing
the
it again.
Samara.
Please don't. Someone do it else. I'm not doing it.
I mean, there's another rat bear pig in here. Do you want to try it on that one, or?
Wait, it's still in effect, isn't it?
Yeah.
The potion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just go ahead and try on the second. And let's wait to open the cage before, yeah.
Okay.
Say, why did you open it first?
Because I thought it would work! You can't blame me for thinking you'd be good at it!
Maybe I should.
Hang on. Who says we need the potion in order to tame it? Couldn't we just attempt to tame it ourselves?
No!
Good luck with that.
Literally attacked Trevlon the instant the bars were open and the potion wasn't in effect. Like,
Yeah,
I
these
don't
these
think it's
things
gonna
are aggressive if you open the cages.
Then don't open the cage!
Yeah, I know, I'm not going to open the cage. I just thought, the potion of rat control would control the rat. Can you blame me?
Momo grabs him by, like, the shoulders. Do you want us to die if you open the damn cage?
Okay,
all right, Mama.
It's okay,
Calm
I'm
down,
fine.
Calm down.
I'm
Stop
fine.
again. Do you think you could try giving it a shot?
Well, no, don't waste the potion. Just have Momo try again.
No,
Just
no.
keep
They're
the cage
used to it,
closed!
it's fine.
No, hear me out. He said before that it's similar to one of his pets. Maybe it'll be similar. We don't know until we try.
We don't know if Momo can do it until he tries
Yeah,
again.
Just let Momo try again, so we don't. The potion is still in effect.
Fair enough.
And then, if that fails, then we can go on to use the second potion instead of having to use it unnecessarily.
Fair
maybe.
enough.
Alright.
You can do it,
Alright.
Momo.
Just keep the damn cage closed!
Alright, you turn to face the other rat bear pig. And even though you're shaking, you try imposing your will on this one. Hold on, that rolled off the table. It's still in its cage and looks pretty docile. You don't know if it took effect or not.
I'm gonna, you know what? I've already made I've already made this thing, get angry at me. So if it's gonna kill anyone, it'll probably get angriest at me first. That way we know if it's worked or not. Little step forward.
Don't
Alright.
do it, please.
It's still looking pretty docile and just like sniffing around its cage, walking in circles.
Going
Momo,
to open the cage.
Try commanding it to do something.
All right, Trevlon,
Yeah,
you open
actually,
the
that's a good point.
cage. It stays in there.
Okay, this is a good start. Politely ask it to take a little saunter out, if you would.
Okay, please come out!
All right, it steps out of the cage.
Good job, Momo. You did it.
Did it. Well done.
Oh my
See?
god!
Everything's fine.
And then it sniffs at some of the rat pellets that are left around the room.
Please don't do that.
It stops doing that.
Oh.
You should go pet it, Momo.
Why would you do this to me?
When else are you gonna have the opportunity to pet a giant rat bear pig?
Okay.
Come on,
Yeah.
Thavagoth has had bigger pets.
Okay, oh my god. Momo slowly, instead it like creeps up to it like he's like tiptoeing towards it. His arm like extends and it's like shaking at the same time it's resisting. He's just, and it lightly touches his nose and he like whips back and he's like
The nose feels wet.
Oh my god.
Yeah, other than that, doesn't appear to have any reaction to you just kind of booping the rat bear pig.
Do you think it would let you ride it?
Maybe?
I'm not saying that would be really feckin' cool, but that would be pretty feckin' cool.
Right, I'll try. Please kneel down to where... please kneel down.
Alright, it just kind of, like, assumes a kneeling position.
Momo, like, do I need to roll something to try and climb on top of it?
Roll a dexterity check.
Okay. Dexterity check. Dang it.
You, try to, hoist yourself on top of the rat bear pig. It just notices and kind of, like, shakes its back a little bit, and you just fall straight off.
Is there any way Thavagoth could just try to pick them up and throw them on?
Pick up Momo? Yeah, sure. Roll a strength check.
God. If I fail this, I'm actually going to kill him. Let's see. Holy shit.
Alright, you pick Momo back up, but you aren't really able to get enough strength to hoist them over for a good throwing position. Do you want to try anyway?
Yes.
Alright, you just kind of like, chuck them underhanded at the rat bear pig, and Momo just, bumps up against its body.
I'm kind of unsurprised that didn't work. Are you? Oh dear.
I'm not sure what you're trying to do here, but might I advise not throwing people at the rat bear pig?
In theory, it would have been amazing, but this doesn't. This is just upsetting.
I think we just need to try it one more time. Is the rat
still unfazed?
Yeah, it's still in a kneeling position.
Oh my god, Rat, I'm
come
so
here.
sorry.
I want to try throwing you instead.
Oh, one more time.
One more time. Okay,
One more. Alright.
Yeah, we try it again.
Yeah, Momo, since you're helping, I would say roll acrobatics for this next attempt to get thrown onto the rat bear pig.
Oh, come on!
You land right in front of the rat bear pig on one of the tables, Momo.
Well, I thought I was trying to do it again.
No, Momo's the one who is like, one more time. I'm not going to allow the same check to be made multiple times if it fails and there's no new circumstance.
Ah, okay.
You lot are feckin' hilarious. I like all of you.
Have you tried climbing it?
Yes, that was the first thing Momo tried.
I thought it was okay.
Well, it was an idea. I appreciate the entertainment given to me. Let's just fucking go.
Does it please you to watch me struggle?
I will admit it is very incredibly amusing, especially considering you could have just climbed on one of the tables first and then tried.
You know what? Maybe I'll try that.
Oh my god, okay. Roll dexterity, Momo.
Oh my god, I hate myself.
To get on this rat event.
Yes!
Alright.
Yes!
You,
Victory is
you
mine!
climb on the table, and then you climb on top of the rat. It tries to just kind of shake you off once again.
Do I hold on?
Roll strength.
Hey.
That's a strength save, but I'll allow it. You hold on to the bucking rat bear pig.
I'll tell it to calm down, Momo.
Calm down, please!
It calms down.
You want to talk?
I audibly applaud. I'm very pleased.
You have now mounted the rat bear pig.
I am beaming at this.
Oh my god, I'm on top of a rat bear pig!
You did it. You actually
did.
See, you could do anything you put your mind to, Momo. Perfect.
Yeah, after
the one that was
20 tries.
That sometimes 20 tries is what it takes. You can't give up. Now,
I crave death.
Listen, that's probably not something you should joke about.
Sorry.
That's quite alright. Let's, purple fungus in search of purple flowers, yeah?
Yeah.
We've got a door to open. A pleasant man to have a chat with. And by chat, I mean probably...
Well, do you want to go take a look at the door first, or do the purple fungus thing?
I would... He said that we should stay away from the purple fungus, but, maybe we should get that out of the way before we go to the door.
Well, the potion lasts, like, what, 6 hours? We've got plenty of time, yeah? So, let's go take a look about and see if maybe we can find these purple flowers somewhere else and we don't have to venture into the deadly, terrible, horrifying fungus, yeah?
Okay.
That would be ideal.
Sure.
Right. So,
great.
So, where are you going? Towards the door, or?
Just moving farther south down the passage.
Great, okay, yeah.
Go down there. I point down the direction where we want to go.
The rat bear pig goes down there.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Thavagath has entered the void of internet died.
No.
Yeah.
Thavagath, you coming or?
Yeah.
There you go.
Thavagath has been dragged by an unknown force.
He's possessed by the god.
Also, who's that?
Oh, yeah. The passage goes down two ways. Down south towards a much smoother surface than the rough and bumpy natural cave, and then towards the west in a different side cavern.
Can we
let's
see
go
into the
west.
side cavern? Oh, alright.
Yeah, you can look in there. At the center of the cavern, there's a table, and on it there are a bunch of nasty-looking metal utensils, which you guess would be either used for torture, surgery, or both. There's an open barrel standing by the wall, north wall, with a bundle of crumpled clothing inside, and then manacled to the bloodstained wall is a human. And you guess he was once wearing a white shirt, but it is now stained brown and red with dirt and blood.
Okay. Goes to take a look and see if he can unshackle him.
All right. You walk up, and he looks up. Hello? Who are you people? And then he sees the rat bear pig. What the fuck is that?
Don't worry about it. We'll
He's harmless, don't worry!
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. Okay.
Hi. Towards the man, but don't go too close.
What happened here?
The rat bear pig has no knowledge of what too close means.
Oh.
No, back up, back up!
I haven't fit in this thing.
You're just kind of like smooshed up against the wall, and the rat bear pig's just standing there.
Too close! Too close! Too close!
I'm squished against the roof!
Well, you're the one in charge. Tell him to move, please.
Move, please!
It just
More
kind of like
specific.
moves in place, doing a little rat bear pig dance.
Oh,
he's doing a good job.
Go out of the cave.
All right.
Entire cave?
It moves towards the exit of the cave.
No, wait, come back! No, wait! Stop!
It stops.
I guess I have to be more specific. It's like a monkey's paw kind of thing. Come here and sit down.
It does that.
And stay there. Please.
All right. It is staying in place.
Good.
Zelvin.
I'm so sorry.
Exactly... Now then, what exactly happened here? First of all, are you okay?
He looks at the dirt and blood. I'm gonna go ahead and guess no, I'm not okay.
Okay. Bad question, yeah.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but...
But you did, and understandably so.
You say... How long do you think you've been in here?
I don't know, I've been in and out. Maybe a day, maybe a couple days. Like, sometimes I just, like, black out in the middle of stuff. I don't know, kind of lost track of time here.
How the heck did you end up in a place like this?
Okay, so, like, there was this tunnel, right? And they said, hey, go down this tunnel, there's a cave system, and there's gonna be the armor of invincibility. And I thought, oh, cool, I can go grab that, and that's gonna make me a super great adventurer, and, like, I could get it all by myself. And then I found a bunch of rats, and I was dragged over here, and I'm chained to a wall now, so that sucks.
Dwarves, huh?
Did you happen to... Were those dwarves that you were talking with by any chance?
Ones with, like, blue tattoos?
Those were the ones.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to miss them. I'm gonna be honest.
Well...
You're not
Contact
wrong.
with them.
Say again, Treblon?
contact with them.
You cut out at the exact same part. I just hear.
Where exactly did you get into contact with them?
That's exactly it.
They were walking around town at the local tavern. I believe it was Ye Old Badger.
Wow.
Looking for suckers, I presume. Well, let's try and get you out of these manacles, yeah?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, I'll go
I
fiddle with those.
attempt to unclasp them.
Okay, yeah, roll with thieves' tools.
Will do. Where are my thieves? So there we go.
The lock is too complicated for you to pick, Malphane.
It's no use.
Could I give a sleight of hand check? Perhaps see if there's like a...
You would need thieves' tools to unlock the manacle.
Alright.
Could I just attempt a regular sleight of hand?
You can, yeah, sure.
Alright.
Having failed with thieves' tools, you instead jiggle the manacles. That does nothing.
Wow.
This
is...
Yeah. The young man just looks, opens his mouth, closes it, and then says, my name's Bryce, by the way. Bryce Halfheart. Nice to meet you, whoever you are.
Very pleasant to meet you as well, Corellian.
Malphane.
Alright, cool, thanks.
By the way.
Can I look on the table for a key of any sort?
There is
Or just
no
look
key
around?
on the table. There are a bunch of, like, hooked and pointed things, but nothing resembling a key.
You know,
Could
I'm
any
not
of them
saying...
be used as like an improv lockpick?
With disadvantage, sure.
Well, you know, I'm not saying that we have a giant strong man with a large hammer, but we have a giant strong man with a large hammer.
Realistically, no, we don't.
I'm a giant strong man with a large hammer. I'm temporarily being controlled by the dungeon master. How are you doing?
Your voice has changed.
A little bit, yeah.
Where you turn into like, you have, yeah.
Alter ego?
Well, I think Thavagath would be well suited to smashing the lock, personally.
Alright.
I agree.
Okay.
And then he pulls out the hammer, and Bryce's eyes light up, and he's like, "Is that Storm's Herald? Oh God, wait!" And then he ducks out of the way as Thavagath almost smashes his head in trying to hit the manacles.
I missed.
Ugh.
Right.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna try one of these tools here.
Okay.
So-
I try. You want me to try again? Maybe I not crush his head.
You know,
We should deal with maybes here. We know for a fact that if we're going to be looking for a way to unlock you, the best thing we can look for is the keys.
Okay.
These are.
which are probably on the Rat King.
Probably. I mean, I would imagine he has them. Honestly, I don't know too much about this place.
So, you've been sitting here for a couple days now, right? You wouldn't be upset if you stayed for maybe another 30 minutes?
You promised to come back, though, right?
Of course we do.
I promise.
Oh, okay.
It'd be a bit weird if we just decided, we'll leave that guy in the tunnel. I mean, sure, he likes it down there.
I mean, it
can
would
assume
be a bit weird, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, I mean, considering he's been fucked over by dwarves and now rats, I mean, track record,
No, I wouldn't say the dwarves fucked me over. I'm sure that there's the armor of invincibility in here somewhere.
Well, they
Well,
sent you
okay.
down here alone, didn't they?
No, they didn't send me. I went down here by myself.
Okay, I have met one of these dwarves. I have talked with him for at least what felt like 8 years in the span of one minute conversation. He will be bullshitting you. I can almost guarantee it.
Yeah, but what about all the other dwarves?
you know what? We will be back for you. I swear to you. I give you my word that we will be back, and we will do our best to free you from this, but we will need to find some keys, otherwise our large friend may get a little enthusiastic with the hammer. So
I like
No
this
one
hammer.
gets left
It is very
behind.
good hammer.
agreed.
No one will get left behind.
Okay.
We'll be back as soon as we can.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, guys.
Of course.
All right. So, purple stuff, or continue down the southern passage?
Let's, what do you think we should do?
Should take the keys, let the man free, politely try and convince the barman upstairs to let me turn this into a story, but that's my business.
Speaking of stories, what was it that that one elf, Solana, wanted before?
She wanted some more information about her grandmother's disappearance, who was last staying in this tavern.
You don't think that has a connection to the rats, do you?
No, I think it more likely has a connection to the dusty corpse we found. But that's just a guess.
I have a very uneasy feeling about this.
What can I see down this corridor?
Okay.
To the south.
Down the corridor. It's, like I said, the bumpy surfaces of the natural stone cave, they abruptly become smooth and worked, tile, and covering the walls of that passage are faded frescoes of robed humanoids with fish-like heads, each of them carrying a purple lotus in their webbed hands. They move in a solemn procession southwards to the end of the hall, where a huge, fiendish face of iron awaits them. The face looks like this huge, thick iron door, carved to resemble some sort of demon, like two front-swept horns flanking the sides, and cruel eyes leaning down over a short snout, with a fanged mouth that hangs a little bit open, and it's stained with purple dye dribbling down to the floor.
So, who wants to be the one to state the obvious?
Let's go investigate the purple shit.
Language.
Sorry. I thought we'd already gone over the fuck thing. I guess we'll have to Alright. The next time that we settle down and no longer have to deal with rats and rat kings, we will have a vocabulary lesson.
I don't want a vocabulary lesson on swear words.
Alright, kid, whatever you say. So I will start heading towards the purple passageway.
All right.
In that case.
Right. You head towards the fungus chamber. It glows with a faint light from some orbs in the back that Vavagath previously identified were actually fire beetles that were glowing purple. And there's a veritable forest of fungi in here, covering the walls, covering the floors. Some of them are wiggling strained appendages. Others tower like 20 or so feet up into the air and puff out golden, glittery spores.
Did you say that there were like purple lotus flowers?
No, I did not.
Oh, I thought I heard something.
You mentioned something about purple flowers. Why am I still speaking in character for this?
Why would you ever leave character?
Yeah,
good point.
Gotta be character all the time.
Also, Momo, you should definitely ask your rat friend to join us.
Please come here.
All right. The rat bear pig goes over to where you are, which is like a couple steps down.
Can I climb back on him?
Make a dexterity check.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
I'm gonna fail again.
You climb on the rat bear pig. It tries to buck you off.
Calm down!
It calms
On the
down.
bright side, now we've both gotten the perfect 10.
Now, follow the elf.
It looks around for an elf.
Oh.
Except, it's not an elf.
Go that way. He points toward Malifane.
All right. The rat bear pig goes that way. And since that way is still technically up here.
Stop!
Yeah, it stops right at the entrance to the fungus cavern.
Wow.
That is a very headstrong rat.
No kidding.
You just need to be really specific.
I thought you were being tactical and trying to get him to be a meat shield for us, but
But here you are writing it.
Do you guys want to hop on?
You know, I will pass.
Okay.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Sure.
I assume just acrobatics.
Yeah, dexterity to climb the rat bear pig.
Just dexterity, okay.
You, like, do an expert flip onto the rat bear pig, so much so that it doesn't even notice your weight.
Nice move.
Yeah, thank you.
Impressive.
I
want to give
Momo just claps.
Yeah. Alright. Thavagoth attempts to clamber onto the rat bear pig, which realizes it cannot bear the weight of that many people, and just, like, falls onto the floor, legs spread out.
Thavagoth, I think you should get off.
Sabagas, you're not 5 anymore.
No, are you kidding? I used to ride this pet all the time when I was little.
Yeah, but
when
you're
you were
no longer
little.
I have some questions about that later, though.
I'm sure you do, little man.
You said that these, the last time we went into this cavern, these plants were very,
Aggressive?
yeah.
Oh, yes.
Do you think it, I would be fine?
You cut out.
If I snuck it.
Okay,
if I snuck in. Yeah.
Probably.
Well, I will give it a go.
Okay,
I believe in you.
Go ahead.
Okay. You're not sure how stealthy that is compared to the violet fungus.
Let's find out. Trevlon takes a few little steps in.
Okay. You find yourself in the lavender glow of the fungus chamber. You're basically all the way in now.
So, I turn to the party. Oh, it was stained purple, right?
That's the one.
Yes.
That it was eating beetles of fungus.
No, it was the fungus trying to eat Thabagath. The beetles ran away.
What I mean to say is, the door, the big scary one.
Oh, it's a lotus. It's eating a purple lotus.
Right. Any flower-like things in here that I can see?
Nope, just fungus.
Wait a minute. Didn't the talking rat mention something about the rat king holding a purple flower?
Well, yes, that's what a lotus is. It's a water flower.
Oh, never mind.
Sorry.
Oh! Thank you for the donation!
Thank you.
Yeah. And you
I
know
will
what?
never get over that.
I'm going to count that as a spin on the wild magic table.
Oh. In the middle of a fungus
No,
chamber.
why would you
In the
do
middle
that?
of the fungus chamber, you feel a surge of energy in the air as something strange and mystical happens.
Scared.
All right. Okay.
Oh god.
You hear a strange shout in the distance, and that shout empowers you to be very, very charismatic, Trevlon.
This is
for the next hour.
Please tell me that the shout says thank you very much for the donation.
It says something like that, but it's just a very inspiring, sexy voice that inspires you to be charismatic. So, for the next hour, you roll any charisma-based checks with advantage.
Excellent.
Incredible.
Oh my gosh.
Very grateful for some unidentifiable reason.
Farm the pants off those fungi.
Right. A little further into the caverns to see if there's anything else that he can see.
Doesn't look like. You can vaguely see something to the west, but you're not close enough to check.
a few steps in.
Okay.
I'm gonna just politely slide past this bug.
Yeah, it
I'm
doesn't
not
mind.
standing on you. Don't worry about it. I step again.
And as you step there, one of the mushrooms beside you quivers to life and starts lashing out several tendrils at you.
Okay. Right. Okay. I'm gonna. Is there a chance I could dodge out the way?
Yeah,
Oh,
if
no.
it misses all these attacks, let me see here. Okay, so that misses.
Please.
That, I believe, hits you. Your AC is 12. Yeah, 12. That hits. And that misses. All right. One of the tendrils hits you, and it feels like its very touch is rotting away at you, Trevlon. You take 8 necrotic damage.
Oh, shitting hell. Right. Okay, can I very quickly jump away from this thing?
Yeah, you can run in the opposite direction.
I'm gonna fucking book it.
All right.
And I'm just gonna politely move this way. Just gonna politely head down here, and sort of pant hard.
Yeah. Trevlon looks terrible, for lack of a better word. It looks like something just basically tried to eat away at his very life force.
Oh my god.
Disclosure. Bring the rat.
Okay.
Maybe send the rat in first from the looks of you.
No, that's not a bad idea. I'm gonna give me a minute, and would I be able to cast Healing Word on myself, please?
Yeah.
Acha. Oof.
All right. You think happy thoughts about all the stories you have written, Trevlon, and this gives you some courage to keep on going. You heal 7 hit points.
Hey, I'm a happy boy. Essentially less tired now.
All right. So what are you going to do?
Yes. Send the
Send in the rat.
Okay.
While you're still riding it.
Yes.
Fine.
Scared now.
All right.
All right. Go down the tunnel.
All right. So, Momo and Malifane, while you're still on the rat, it marches off down the tunnel and starts sniffing around.
Oh, nice. We are still attached to it.
Yay.
Momo is like shaking.
And then it stops here and starts sniffing around its surroundings. And then you see some more violet fungus pop up. As I move the fire beetle out of the way.
Damn beetles.
Damn beetle's always in the way. What have they ever done for us?
They just need a silver hammer. Nobody understood that reference, alright?
No one did.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's a Beatles song, Maxwell Silver Hammer!
Only listen to so
Uncultured
much. I'm trying. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm proud.
So, they lash out more tendrils at the both of you. Malifane, the one by you, is going to attack that many times. All right. So, let me just double check the violet fungus's bonus to attack.
Shit.
Mm-hmm. All right. I believe that misses, and that hits.
Oh.
And then the one by you, Momo, is going to attack that many times. That misses. That misses. That misses. And that misses. You're fine.
Yes.
Hooray!
All right. So, one of the tendrils wraps around you, Malifane, and starts draining some more of your very life energy with its touch. You take...
Oh my god, can I cut it with the sacrificial dagger?
You can certainly try. You take 7 necrotic damage, Malifane.
Oh god!
The rest of the tendrils, Momo, miss you, but they wrap around the rat bear pig's face, and it just writhes around, squealing and roaring.
I want to cut the tendrils off the rat bear pig.
Okay. Make a dagger attack.
I did.
Okay. That hits. Roll for damage.
Okay.
No, roll for damage. Click. That was another attack. Roll for damage.
Oh, whoops,
You click on the name Dagger of Sacrifice in the chat.
All right.
There we go. Okay. So, you slash away with your dagger, trying to cut it off the rat bear pig. The good news is you hit. The bad news, you also hit the rat bear pig.
Oh no!
So you deliver some slashes across its face as you get the violet fungus away from the pig, and it just goes berserk.
Calm down, please!
It bucks the both of you off and just goes on a rampage, roaring and screaming and tearing apart the fungus chamber as you hear the screams of the rat bear pig and then the violet fungus for a good solid minute or so before it goes silent.
Maybe this is a blessing in disguise.
Worried.
Is it dead?
One way to find out.
Yeah.
I get a little bit closer.
You walk inside and you see the rotting, withered body of the rat bear pig.
Oh god.
I loved him. What have I done?
Well, what about the fungus?
The fungus appears to be in puddles and pieces splattered all around the chamber.
As he lived. Just killing everything. Beautiful.
I killed him.
It's okay. I try and...
I offer the Aarakocra a hug.
I accept it and I just cry into his tummy.
It's okay.
This is a pleasant experience.
That is
That
well
happened.
said. It reminded me of when I lost my pet. He also died horribly screaming.
That's how I want to go as well. Gotta admit.
A horribly screaming or a stabbing? Anyway.
I am not surprised. Lots of people want to live and die like me.
Yes, that's exactly where I was going with that. So, I guess I will proceed cautiously through the chamber ahead. Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
You, go through the chamber and you aren't attacked by any violet fungus.
Wonderful.
I follow.
I will approach whatever's on the western end.
Great. Tucked in at the end of this chamber, it looks to be another altar. In the small round chamber, there's a shallow pool of water, and floating serenely on the surface are 2 large, dark purple lotuses, and their seed pods glow faintly in the darkness. In the center of the room, stone statue of a fish-like humanoid in priestly robes, and the entire surface glistens with a thin, blackish mucus. Held in its hands, there's a ceremonial bowl filled with a dark purplish liquid, and as you enter the room, a primal thought begins to throb in your head persistently, eventually coalescing into a message, a command, more enticing and horrible with every repetition. It says,
Mix the blood. Take the power. Mix the blood. Take the power.
Over and over and over.
Who is this? It's...
Well, I will move forward into the water, in front of where the sacrificial bowl is.
Great. You go in there, and you find that you can't hear the splashing of your feet against the water. Your hearing is severely dampened because your mind's preoccupied with the message in your head.
Alright. I will cut myself just a little bit on the tip of my war pick, the sharp
Okay.
pointy bit, and
Oh.
I
Oh my
will drip the blood into the bowl.
Great.
I'm not
Roll
cool with
damage
this.
for the
What are
war
you
pick.
doing?
You cannot hear any of that. Roll damage for the war pick, please.
Oh fuck, that's so much damage. Wait, that's an attack.
Yeah, that's an attack,
Let me
just
roll.
click.
Let me just roll damage off that.
Yeah, you automatically hit yourself. I'm not counting the attack. So, you prick yourself with the war pick, and blood comes down from your wrist into the bowl, which starts to swirl and glow by itself. And then you feel a strange surge of power as this mystical mark appears on the side of your neck. You now have the Mark of the Deep. You gain a swim speed that is equal to your movement speed.
Ooh.
Alright, what's the catch?
I will
What?
take one of the.
What's the catch?
What's the
What?
catch?
Stop metagaming. I
God.
will take one of the lotus flowers.
Right?
Oh, that's not me talking, that's Malifane talking.
Yeah. What's the catch to what? You have no idea. You're not in the room. You don't hear Makes the Blood take the power.
No, but I do see the mark.
Yeah, okay. You see the mark. And your first question is, what's the catch? Corellian does not hear you.
Nothing like this comes without consequences.
Great.
This is not holy.
You pick up the flower. It looks like it just recently blossomed, and tiny, delicate wisps of raw magic dance off the glowing seed pods and dissipate into the air.
In that case, I will reverently take it in my cupped palms, and I will continue out of the room and out of the fungus chamber, and towards the door that requires the offering.
Great. You head out of the fungus chamber, and as you do, your hearing returns back to normal.
Cool.
What?
As we go out, can Trevelyan ask? Oh, that just happened.
You can definitely ask
Everything
what the
in-
hell
what
just happened.
Did you do?
What
Everything in
was
life requires a sacrifice, and sometimes you have to give in order to get and move forward. So,
Not your own blood!
says the person with the sacrificial dagger.
I'm not gonna use for sacrifice.
You definitely use the dagger.
I've covered a lot of stories in my time, and generally, in my experience, things involving cult magic don't usually go well.
Well,
Just
like I
Forget
said,
even that.
Momo's
Why
the
would you
one
go out
with...
of your way to harm yourself like that?
I did what was necessary to get what we needed.
What do we need?
No one's life is worth any cost.
You think I was going to kill myself? No, I got the flower. We're going to open the door. Jesus feck.
You have never heard of a god known as Jesus.
That is fine. It rolls off the tongue, and I will keep it. That being said,
It's
you
just
lot
an old
worry
sailor
far
curse
too
word.
much.
Just
Sure,
be
I
wary
picked it
of
off
yourself.
on. I picked it up off of sailors on the way over here. Now let's proceed before I regret doing any of this and getting what we needed, because apparently it was such a big deal. So I will continue towards the flagstone corridor.
Great.
Confront them about this, or
I would say, if this is just to you, by the way, Malifane, you're asking. If in my line of experience, as long as one maintains this level of what's it called, self-restraint, doesn't usually mean exactly that things will go horribly wrong, but then we can just stop. Wrong with sacrifice, but sacrifice and not really caring about what, like, sacrifice requires you to care about what you're giving up. when you stop doing that. When you stop caring.
That's just what concerns me, though. Just willing to give yourself up for your own goals? Is that really worth the cost?
I can see a few scenarios where I might do the same, but I don't know. As long as you keep your head on straight, and we'll see. How about this? We'll just see what happens. If it goes terribly wrong, we'll kick up a fuss. But for now, just stay alert.
Alright. I'll take you on your word.
I pat Malifane on the back, and I head forward to catch up with everybody else.
Hello, Trevlon.
So we didn't say anything. Yeah. We didn't say anything.
Alright. Before I proceed down the corridor, I will steel myself and use lay on hands on myself, I
Great.
guess, to regain my lost health.
All right, you through sheer force of will, you managed to shrug back the wound you inflicted on yourself, and you are now fully healed up.
Perfect. I will proceed down the corridor and offer the purple lotus into the mouth of the door, like the frescoes or the paintings on the wall depict.
Great. As you do so, and you remove your hands, the door's mouth just slams open and hungrily seems to, like, devour the lotus, and, like, it smashes the lotus into several bits of purple inky liquid before it opens outward and reveals a bedroom beyond.
Well, I will take a look around the bedroom. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
The cramped bedroom is filled with amenities from around the tavern, or not from around the tavern necessarily. Some of it is from the tavern, definitely. Others definitely absent from the rest of the cavern. There's a large bed. There's a small bedside table on the northeast corner, a tall wooden wardrobe on the northwest corner, and then a reinforced wooden chest sitting next to a desk and a tasseled red rug spread across the smooth stone floor.
What's in the chest?
You don't know. You haven't opened it.
I attempt to open the chest.
I'm just gonna stick by Trevlon.
Okay. So, Malifane, you move over to the chest, and you go to open it. And as you do, you find your hands are stuck fast. The wooden chest suddenly springs to life. The lid flies open, and it reveals a huge gaping maw adorned with razor-sharp teeth and a long, powerful tongue curling back as if ready to swat at you.
Okay.
Roll
Are you
initiative.
freaking kidding me?
I should have seen this coming.
Roll initiative, everybody.
I love when my chest actually wants to eat my soul.
I know, right?
Same.
It's my favorite feeling in the world.
Did we work with the tracker or no?
I have not opened the tracker yet. Hold on.
Okay.
Hooray.
Oh.
Oh, hold on. The website is freaking out on me.
It says that you got 8. Oh,
yeah.
Just count the first one.
Okay. That the gap is too scared to go in there. It is too cramped for them again. And then I am going.
You afraid of everything?
Yes. Look, it is scary. There is chess. It's not supposed to do that. All right. As I change music to something more fitting. Something like this.
Kill it.
Noises.
Haha, noises.
He's secretly a rat.
Great. As I
My
mess with
favorite.
the turn order.
Rat mimic.
And drag you down here. And Momo, you go first.
Get me out. Get me
First
out.
of all, I go over, if you'll let me, and I Why is the website glitching out? Okay. I take the Dagger of Sacrifice and I hit it.
You try to stab at the chest, but you're too scared of hitting Malifane, and you miss it.
I don't want to kill him like I killed my monster. I'm sorry.
Great. It is now Trevlon's turn.
I'm gonna considering I'm like I can't exactly easily get up to it. I'm gonna yell at it with. I'm gonna vicious mock it.
Great. You go to viciously mock the chest. Can you click on vicious
The
mockery
only
for me,
thing that
please?
you store inside you is misery and upset. It's just a mess in there.
Great. It doesn't appear to have understood that, so it made the save. It is now the chest's turn. As it whips its tongue around, it goes over to bite you, Malifane. As there we go. It rolled a natural 1. It closes the chest on itself, and this somehow gets you unstuck from the chest.
Oh, fuck. What? And
it is.
What are these things called?
Roll an Arcana check.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
Momo, your mentor has told you about these things. These are called mimics. They are shape-changing monstrosities that take the shape of everyday objects, in this case a chest, and are sticky to the touch. Also, they like to eat people. So, Malifane, it is your turn.
Right. So, having finally escaped from the mimic's grasp, I reach for my rapier and attempt to stab it.
Great. You just barely manage to miss the mimic as it kind of sort of ducks out of the way. You're not sure how to describe a chest ducking, but somehow it did.
It flaps
Looks
its
like a
top
cartoon.
lid closed.
How?
Alright, Corellian, you're up.
Alright, I will shove my way past Thabagath with a growl, and I will take my war pick, and I will attempt to slam it into the mimic.
Great.
Bam.
That was with advantage, but I will take it.
Flanking, because of
Okay, yeah,
tactics.
flanking, yeah, because you're a kobold, okay. Great. You, plunge your war pick into the mimic. Roll damage. Roll damage. There we go.
There we go.
Alright. So, it screeches as you plunge your war pick into its side, and it kind of, waves around angrily. Momo, it is your turn.
Oh, okay. Alright. Let's wait for this website to feckin' load. Alright. I'm going to use my sickle on it.
Okay.
Damn it.
You switch out weapons and try for another attack, and you get the exact same result. You're afraid of hitting your friends, and you swing wide of the mimic. Trevlon, you're up.
Right, I'm gonna see if I can do some bardic inspiration for Malifane, so he can actually hit this thing, or at least get a very good saving throw if he dies, which very well might happen.
All right. You're inspired by the encouraging words from Trevlon, mostly around the lines of "Don't die, but if you do, die really well."
Die super cool.
You now have bardic inspiration, which I believe that adds a D4 to any roll.
What's D4? How do I go about doing that, or is it just automatically added?
You say you want to add it after you roll, but before I announce the result.
Okay.
I'll double check to make sure I'm actually saying what bardic inspiration does.
It's a D6. For
D6, great, even better. You add a D6 to anything.
Okay, good.
And that is a bonus action. Do you want to do anything else, Trevlon?
I'll try and yell at it again and actually try and get its attention and say something that a chest would understand.
Great. Okay. Let's see. It made the saving throw.
This chest has a thick skin.
You fail to properly communicate your displeasure to the chest.
You do not hold things well.
It is now the mimic's
You don't
turn.
have a lot of space.
And it hops to turn on its side and opens it up, launches its tongue-like pseudopod, and tries to hit you, Corellian. That is a miss. You duck to the side right as the pseudopod slams into the bed behind you. Malifane.
Right. So, I missed once. I'm not gonna miss again. I go for it once again.
Great.
I can go for another attack. Where's my rapier? There it is. Yeah.
That is a hit. Roll for damage.
Excellent. Excellent.
Nice, nice. And you also get sneak attack damage because your allies are next to it.
Oh shit. So okay. Well, add.
Just roll
plus
1d6.
6, then I. Oh, okay. How do I go and do that on here?
/R space 1d6 in the chat.
/R.
And thank you for the bits!
Thank you!
Great. While the mimic turns away from you, you take advantage of its distraction and plunge your rapier into its side. And it looks pretty bloodied right about now. You did a really good job against it. Now, Corellian, your turn again.
Yeah, I'm going to take one last swing with my war pick at it, and hopefully I can finish this thing off.
That is a hit. Roll for damage. Inspired by Malifane's brave thrust, you mimic him and jam it right into what you imagine is the mimic's face. It's still.
I want you to say what you just said again, really slowly.
Inspired by Malifane's brave thrust.
Inspired by Malifane's brave
mimic
thrust.
You mimic him.
Oh, I missed that part. I only
And
got the
plunge
innuendo.
deeply into and then that's where we cut it off. Put that
Okay.
in the out of context.
You take 6 pun damage. I'm joking.
Wait, me? I was gonna say if you did that, then I would have died.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do it. Only because it would have killed you.
I guess I died of embarrassment.
You died from a backfired attempt at shame.
Yeah, just I guess I'll die.
Momo,
Me
the
too,
mimic
man.
looks pretty weak.
It is my turn. I take my sickle at it one more time.
That is a hit. Roll for damage.
Damn it.
You swing your sickle across its face, and it doesn't do much, but you are helping. You're definitely helping your friends hack away at this thing.
Good job.
Are you proud of me?
Good job.
You're doing your best.
Yeah. Trevlon.
Our bonds give us strength.
Yes.
All right. How? You know what? I am gonna yell at this thing one more time. I'm just gonna very angrily shout, "You suck!"
Okay. Let me see. It seems to understand the concept of "you suck." And
does it just start
You just need it to
crying?
be more
No.
simple.
It turns to you, and it looks very angry.
Oh no.
All right. So, being an exceptionally stupid creature, it hops over towards you, and that provokes an attack of opportunity from Malifane.
Oh, okay. Can I use this to move? Can I use movement options, or can I only attack?
Only attack.
Okay. I guess I'll just use this opportunity to try and shoot it with my short bow.
Okay.
Ow.
One shot. And...
You did not miss your chance to blow. Roll damage.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
So, you strike an arrow
Still
straight
not
into.
the one to get that one on.
You strike an arrow straight into the back of the mimic, and it cries out in pain before collapsing in front of Trevlon, dead.
That could have gone badly. Thank you, Meliphane. You have saved my giblets from a fate worse than death.
Hey, thank you for distracting it.
Decides to see if there's anything actually inside this chest, or if it's just like.
Don't go inside of its mouth.
Yeah, you open the chest. The only thing that's inside it is teeth.
That's filthy.
And a tongue.
Sharp?
Yeah, the teeth are sharp. I wouldn't go poking them.
Are they sharper than my rapier right now?
No.
Ooh.
You're also not
I like where
proficient
you're going
with the tongue, so you wouldn't get any bonuses from using it. Tongue or the teeth, rather.
Oh man.
One day I'll have to get my rapier either gotten rid of or fixed, so I'll keep looking for weapons.
Well, once
did
we
you-
get paid, I'm sure you could afford a new one.
How
Yeah,
did you
probably.
go about obtaining yours, anyways?
Yeah. Long story short, I won it in a poker game.
Really?
Some night bloke was like, "Oh, I'm the best at poker. Look at me, I can poke you in the eyes, haha!" And he showed his rapier, and then I was like, "I bet you actually can't play poker." And then we played poker, and then I now own a guard's uniform and his weapon.
That is quite the story, actually.
Do not play
Wow.
poker with me; you will lose.
So
I
you're
don't know how
telling
to
me-
play poker.
Note of that.
So you're telling me he left your game naked?
Oh yeah, well, not necessarily entirely naked.
Just mostly naked. All right. I guess
Get a
we'll have to teach him.
loincloth.
So we're gonna have
That's
to
not
teach
quite as
Momo how to play poker, is what you're saying.
I don't want to
It's
learn
always
how to play poker. It's alright. It's not on my bucket list.
It'll be
Can't
right
say my
after
story
your
is-
vocabulary lessons.
Can't say my story is quite as exciting as that. It's just a family heirloom from my mother. Actually, she was a sellsword, so.
Swords, I have a large amount of respect for. The craft of weapon making is a difficult one.
Yeah.
Can't thank her enough for it. Served me well.
It was it in that room. I can't help.
Yeah, in the room there was the bed and bedside table, a tall wooden wardrobe, the chest which was a mimic, and then a tasseled red rug.
They're a desk.
All right.
Can I roll perception? Or I mean, investigation or whatever.
Yeah, investigation. Go ahead.
I want to see if there's anything under the rug. Dang it.
You search under the rug. You lift up the rug. You don't see anything. Corellian, as you go over to the desk, there is a stack of unfinished letters on the bedside table. They're written in common, like edge to edge on the paper. It's just a bunch of chicken scratch writing, a lot of rambling and largely illegible. All of them appear to be a declaration from the Rat King to surrender their kingdoms to him for the good of humanity. And then there are also very crude maps, some of local areas, some of Irion itself. And on top of the maps, there is a small leather-bound journal.
I will take the journal and flip through it then.
Great. Roll investigation. Great. That is just barely enough to flip through all the chicken scratch ramblings and find two passages that look to be important. The old voice buzzes in my ears relentlessly. Its call pulls me towards the waters, to the deep, its domain. I don't know how long I can fight it. I must finish my work. The surface must be warned, and I shall be its savior. And then, my mind is drowning in a sea of whispers. My thoughts flee from me, only to be replaced by something alien. I must write everything down. The work must be completed. The world needs me. I will not fail.
I will actually not read those out loud. And
Okay.
I will.
Oh.
I will continue flipping through the journal a little bit and say that it wasn't anything important or relevant.
All right.
Okay.
Shame.
Didn't expect anything weird.
I was gonna say I don't suppose
Listen, I
anyone
don't
can
think
call
so.
BS on that.
During the last journal.
I don't allow players to make insight or bluff or whatever checks to influence other player characters. It's up to you whether or not you believe Corellian.
I guess I think Trevlon's a little bit suspicious, but not like he doesn't think like any crazy big information's been revealed.
Yeah.
Malifane is always on the search for information, so he is full on suspicious, but just chooses not to say anything.
Okay.
Anyone want to take a look in the wardrobe?
I will.
Sure.
Hey,
Oh,
yeah.
Please, after you.
All right.
You first.
No, of course. I insist.
Steps forwards and opens the wardrobe.
Trevlon, you just go ahead and open the wardrobe. It's dusty and it's made of rich mahogany wood, and there's some plain clothes neatly arranged inside. And then tucked away at the back, there's a luxurious silk vest with a baby blue and silvery patterning that resembles a cheerful sky.
Blue and silver, huh?
That's not good.
Momo, it does not resemble your mentor's robe. It's just a vest.
Okay. I take to put the vest up and like unfurl it to see how big it is.
It's made for someone taller, but like there are some strings you can pull to tighten it up so that it fits on a small person.
Is it possible? Would I be able to roll an Arcana check?
Yeah.
All right. Would that be just Arcana?
Just Arcana. Nice.
Ooh.
Okay. You know exactly what this is, actually, Trevlon. This is Oswald's Magnificent Vest. It is a vest that was made by the legendary wizard Oswald the Tailor. And if you put it on, it will let you cast the Prestidigitation spell at will.
Prestidigitation. What is that?
Prestidigitation is a wizard cantrip that's basically all sorts of minor things, like creating harmless sights and sounds, changing the taste or the color of something. It's basically like harmless tricks that you'd learn in your first week in wizard school.
I like it. I mention what it is and ask if anybody has particular use to it, because I would love this.
Wait,
I
Oswald,
might find
weren't
a
they
use
looking
for it.
for an Oswald the Tailor who
Not-
had some sort of armor?
Not only that, Trevlon, but you also sense a blindingly intense aura of abjuration magic emanating from the wardrobe.
Abjuration. Shit.
That is
that
protection
being-
magic.
Spell on this wardrobe also. Me saying might, I should say, there is a spell on this wardrobe.
Oh?
I think it might be... Like, Trevlon tries to push it.
Alright, you push the wardrobe. It's a wardrobe, so it's pretty heavy. You're not going to be able to push it on your own. But as you do, you see that the surface is completely free of any nicks or scratches.
I'm definitely going to wear this vest, by the way. Because shit.
Great. You put on the vest. It is a very fancy vest.
What was it called? Prestidigitation to cantrips?
Prestidigitation.
I'll drag that in for you.
Thank you.
Prestidigitation? Yeah.
Prestidigitation.
I can make people... I can fuck with people now. Haha. Wait, am I tasting cranberries? I'm like, nope, you're just dying.
Great. You are now wearing the fancy vest and can cast Prestidigitation.
I shall use this to my advantage.
Do you take off your red one?
No, this is like an undervest, man. Like, of course I'm like, oh, I don't want to take off my regular red vest. Would I be able to like make this red later?
With prestidigitation, you can change the color to look red.
What I'm gonna do then?
Great! Perfect! Yeah, there you go. You make a color
Yay.
appear for 1 hour. So for 1 hour, Oswald's magnificent vest looks red.
Died properly. I'm gonna do this with it.
Great. And then there's still the highly magical wardrobe.
Any idea why you might want to? Yeah, why would you want to magic up a wardrobe?
Maybe there's something behind it?
Thinking.
I mean, if someone wants to help me try and move it, then sure.
I will. I'll help.
Okay.
I've been completely useless so far.
I mean, if you think you can lift it.
All right. Roll strength with advantage, whoever wants to lift it, because the advantage is the other person helping you.
Sure, I'll do so.
Okay. Great. With Momo's help, you push the wardrobe out of the way. Momo, you don't have to roll strength.
I did it anyway.
You did it anyway, and you feel very proud of yourself. And working together, Momo and Corellian, you move the wardrobe, and behind the wardrobe is a wall.
Come on!
Is the wall glowing, or
no, Trevlon. The magic is
just
still
the wardrobe.
coming from the wardrobe.
I take a little peek inside the wardrobe and see if there's any coat hangers.
There are a couple of coat hangers in there, holding up various clothes and whatnot.
Push everything. Just like press and prod and see if anything is like a switch.
Great, you do so. Nothing happens.
Are there drawers in this wardrobe?
It's like two big doors that open up. It looks like it's hanging up vests and shirts and pants and stuff like that. Doesn't look to be the kind of wardrobe that holds socks or smaller items.
This might be an incredibly dumb idea, but someone should climb inside, and someone else should close the door to see what happens.
I will close the door.
Okay.
I suppose I'll try it. Well, wait. How big is the?
I would
how
wait.
big is it?
You could probably fit inside.
Oh wait,
Not sure
no, I'll go inside. You've already been through enough trouble. Just let me do this.
But fine, you're still not exactly doing very hot.
Yeah, you're dying.
Could definitely use with a rest.
Let me go inside.
Okay.
Trust that. Okay.
You
assume that.
Momo,
can you close the door from the inside? By the way.
Yes, you can. Momo, as you climb inside, you notice something the others didn't. There is a key hanging from a slightly hidden hanger in the wardrobe.
There's a what? You cut out.
A key. K-E-Y. Key.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You go into the wardrobe, and one of you closes the wardrobe. Nothing happens.
Worth a shot.
Still in there.
I found a key!
The key. That must be the same one from the. That must be the same one from the human earlier.
Can you let me out now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You open up the door.
I don't like the dark.
I get that.
Anyway, I found a key.
Believe me, I get that.
Is it like a keychain or is it just the singular key?
Just the singular key.
Does it look magical?
Nope.
Can I use detect magic?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
All right. You take some time and cast detect magic as a ritual to see if there is any magic.
I cast it twice. Just
Cast
so
it twice. You're
Yeah.
so
You
confident
make double
that you
sure.
got this that you cast it twice.
Triple sure.
You look at the key. There's no magic there, but knowing that there is some kind of abjuration magic around the wardrobe, you look deep into it, and you discover that the wardrobe is completely immune to damage of any kind. Momo, you believe you have found the legendary Armoire of Invincibility.
Guys, I don't mean to make a pun, but I believe I found... I don't believe it's armor that we're looking for. It's armoire that we're looking for.
Oh my god.
Gods, I would love to see
Oh my
a dwarf
gods.
wearing this.
Well, you know what? I've been actually thinking about what I'd call this story, but this is fine. This armoire of this tale of the armoire of Invincibility. Got it.
Are we going to carry it with us?
Please.
Okay, we can mention it to the innkeeper upstairs, and if he wants to bring some people up, to get it after we're done.
That sounds fair.
Hey,
I don't
hey,
think any of us-
Thavagath, what do you think? Do you think you could lift this?
Thavagath likes holding big thing. Thavagath will take.
Good. He needs to roll a strength check.
Alright. Yeah, he is holding the Armoire of Invincibility. Thavagath is strong.
Oh yeah,
Now
the chat is
invincible.
saying for you to roll pun damage.
Great! All of you take 3 pun damage, but
Oh no! And I'm dead.
Oh
no! I laugh so hard that I fall to the ground.
The most
Rip in pieces, my dude.
Rip in pepperoni.
Rip in ravioli.
So, okay. All cabinets aside, that rat definitely did say the king was down here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It.
there
Can it?
was. What did you say? You cut out?
Can it?
And what?
Can this just be it? Where were the hell?
Well, there
Where
was
is
a
the
hidden
Rat King?
door. There was a hidden door in the on the first chamber. I mean, I want to take a closer look around at all the walls and under the rug just to make sure that we're not missing anything.
Okay.
Can we take a quick
good
rest?
idea.
Roll
I'm
investigation.
feeling rather fatigued. Okay.
Also, can we possibly take a quick rest for Malaphane's sake?
Yeah, you can all take a short rest in here.
Cool.
Alright, let's see. Where is my... Here it is. Okay.
Or a
so-
long rest if you want to down here, because it is a bedroom.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
I mean,
Do I just roll my hit dice?
well, if
yeah,
we're
just,
taking a long rest now.
if you're taking a long rest, it's full recovery of everything. For a short rest, you roll hit dice.
While I'm resting, I'd also like to take... I am super persistent about this. I want to try and study some more about this book, this tome.
Okay, what rest are you taking? Short or long?
I'd say we should take a long rest, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. You rest without incident.
Cool.
So, spell slots come back, health comes back, all that jazz.
Everything's back.
Nice.
So do I just roll Arcana for the tome, or...?
Yeah. Thank you for the follow.
Thank you.
I love that noise.
Again.
Oh, wait, do Bardic Inspirations go away after a long rest, or...?
Not...
Like, 10 minutes.
Yeah,
so...
10 minutes,
Oh,
so they
it
do.
hasn't been 10 minutes yet. I want to add the Bardic Inspiration before the rest ends.
Okay.
Oh, does it... What, isn't...
Yeah, roll 1d6
Does
then.
Bardic So
1d6.
Bardic Inspiration applies for that entire 10 minutes, and you can do it as many times as you want with the
Just
roll.
once.
Just once.
Yeah, I thought Malaphane already did that with Bardic Inspiration.
No, I haven't done anything with it yet.
Not yet.
I mean,
Great.
now I have, but...
Okay. You once again peer through the soaked, water-damaged, and basically ruined spellbook. And you come to the conclusion that unless you're a wizard, you probably can't use this thing.
It's no good.
Well, cheer up. There are wizards in town that you can take this to. It's not the end of the world.
No.
And so...
I had an idea. We have a lantern of revealing, don't we?
Yes.
I don't suppose it has any oil left in it, does it?
At the end of your long rest, the oil has burned out.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Well,
you're in the darkness.
Is there a candle in here that I can light?
There's just like a slight twitch between like Malaphane's eyes for like a split second, and then everything is just back to normal. Well, what is going on here? Oh, right, you lot again. Right. So.
Yep, the lot sure didn't change within the past 10 seconds.
Right. Did the boy write the names of you all down here?
What do you,
I looked through the book, through all the names. Let's see. Trevlon, Momo, Krelian, and Thavagath, is it?
Yes.
Those names are those names are boring. I'm gonna call you Birdbrain, Dragon Boy, Halfwit, and you know what? I like you, Thavagath. I'll keep it at that. You know.
I appreciate. Thank.
Anyways, so
I turn to Trevlon and I like whisper in his ear. Pardon my French, but what in the hell is going on?
Something weird.
You cut out.
Oh, I just said.
You cut out again.
I'm good with internet. Good, internet's good. La ha ha. I'm just okay. Say anything.
Yeah. Oh my God! You're still cut out.
What's happening?
Try again.
Are you there? Hello?
Hey, do you know what's really good?
DM, I don't feel so good, and Walrus just turns to dust.
Oh
I know,
no.
I'm supposed to live. Yes, Trevlon doesn't say anything, but he just like looks at Malaphane and notices if there's like, apart from the way he's speaking, what else is different about him?
His accent, his tone of voice, and his personality is just completely changed. I don't know. I mean, it might just be in my head. I don't know. All of this is. I was not expecting this from a wine festival.
No,
you actually thought I was drinking. Oh God, no. Actually, come to think of it, festival. Where was I last time I was at the festival? Last time I remember, I was actually on stage. Other than that, don't think I recall much else. Other than that, I was with you, Chucklefox.
Hey, that is a word I did not expect to come from your mouths, Mr. Man.
You should expect it.
Hold on a second. What did you just say?
Chucklefox.
He said,
"Don't cross the cannons. Don't cross the causalities." Anyway.
Good times.
Ooh. All right. Okay.
I would like to use my divine sense to see if I can make heads or tails of this or anything else.
Okay. Would the presence of evil resonate on you, Malaphane?
Malaphane? No. First of all, no evil. I'm just an annoying.
You're just a glitching robot.
You cut out Mercury.
Yes. How did you know? Little shit.
What?
Get used to that.
You cut out again. So I guess we
all
are
I
getting
heard was
used to
little
it.
shit, and you cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
I said no. I'm not evil. I am an annoying little shit. Get used to that.
Malaphane, are you feeling all right?
Please stop calling me that. That isn't my name, Bird Boy. Escal, at your service.
Escal. Oh.
Can you spell that for the class out of character?
Yes. ESGAAL.
Cool, thanks.
Can I, like, what do I have to roll to see if I know what is happening to him.
I don't think you do. You don't have enough information. I'm just gonna say no roll.
Okay.
Right.
I understand.
So, you say don't mention that guy when we bring up Malifane. Who is Malifane to you?
Let's see, Malifane. Mal is just one and the same to me. He's like an annoying little brother, I suppose. I suppose he's the one who really inhabits this body, as you would say. But what do they know? Anyways, no, I'm here. He's there. He's in the back of my mind, at least for the time being, anyways. But I am here. And now, if what the journal says here is correct, you are dealing with a rat problem, are you not?
Momo,
Problem.
Question. Just, has your master taught you anything about demons and devils?
Demons? Devils?
Me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. You're the one with divine training, yeah?
Yes. Yes, he has taught me about demons and devils and whatever.
Alright, just curious.
What? Okay.
So, Escol, we have been in this room for a little bit of time now. We think that the Rat King's down here, but we don't know where he is. Do you have any bright ideas as to where he might be?
I'll be able to figure something out like that.
Investigation.
Let's do that.
Great idea.
Escol, you look around. You do not find anything.
Sorry, I don't know jack shit. Trust me, if I did, I'd probably tell you. Maybe I wouldn't. I don't know.
Momo, didn't you mention that you found a key? Don't you think we should go free that lovely...
Yes, that's a fine idea. Let's continue on.
Let's go do that, then.
I stick next to Corellian, because...
That's when there's a rotten egg!
Great. You kind of stumble through the darkness back towards where you vaguely remember Bryce being. And as you go there, you hear, hello? Is anyone there?
Woo, you look like shit.
I mean, probably. I can't tell. I can't see a damn thing.
Momo, the key, please.
It's us. Don't worry. We're here to help.
Great. Thanks.
Why are we yelling?
I'll take the key from
Because
Momo.
I can't see you. That's why. You are.
I'll accept that. I'll understand.
Can I do something really? Can I do something really dumb, real fast?
Of course.
I feel my hands on. I feel my feather hands on the wall. And then I feel his face, and then I just squeeze it, trying to see what it is, and then I'm just, what is it? Oh, I'm very sorry.
Okay. That's the first time I've ever been face fondled by an Aarakocra. Probably the only time. Thank you.
I didn't know what you were, but I'm very sorry, guys. I found him.
Key, please, Momo. Some of us can see in the dark. Don't worry about it. I'll take the key from Momo and go to try and unlock the manacles.
All right.
Great. The lock on the manacles just pops open, and Bryce's hands drop to the floor, and he rubs his wrists in pain. Finally unlocked. Thanks a whole bunch, guys.
Of course.
Well, let's try and lead him out of here, yeah?
Well, before we do that, we should...
The one that can see in the dark. How about you go in front of us?
Yeah. Anyone without dark vision is basically completely blind right now. So, that would be Momo, Trevlon, and Thavagath.
Malifane, you can see in the dark?
Well,
Would you stop?
I'm
Yes,
sorry,
yes,
I mean,
can.
Escal, you can see in the dark?
I can indeed, Bird Brain.
Good brain.
Before we go, I'm gonna politely ask and tell that rat that, yeah. So
you cut out after what you're gonna tell that rat.
The Rat King isn't here, so
All right, you go up there, And Nibbles says, "The hell are you talking about? Yes, he is."
What?
He always makes a big deal about him leaving, saying, "Nibbles, don't touch anything while I'm gone. Nibbles, don't you dare try to take over the world while I'm gone." Not that he, like, ever leaves these days. He's totally still here.
Where?
Does he have when he mentions don't touch things? Is there a specific thing he mentions for you never to touch?
No, he's very, very vague about what not to touch. It's not helpful at all.
Okay. Say, for example, we go into his room.
Yes?
And it's just a room, and there is no Rat King inside.
Well, did you find the laboratory back there?
Laboratory?
Yeah, I mentioned there was a laboratory when we were talking about what's beyond the demon door. Did you find it?
We found a bedroom.
And we found the armor of invincibility, whatever that is.
Yeah.
That looks more like a...
We get it! You like driving! Sorry.
No, there's totally a laboratory back there. How else would he conduct experiments?
Would you mind taking us back there? And, of course, with guidance and show us where it is?
I've never actually been, but I suppose I could help give you another set of eyes.
You can look at things and then go, "Hey, there's a thing in there."
I am totally capable of looking at things.
Then please do so and help us find him!
Alright. Because you don't have the Lantern of Invisibility on, you don't really see Nibbles, but you feel him climb onto your shoulder, Trevlon.
It's not. Cool. Acceptable. Very happy with that. Not. You scamper, don't you, sir?
What's going on? You have a case of the shadows?
I'm drawing.
I have a case of something.
Were you really planning on stumbling through the dark? Like, last I heard, the bird could glow or something.
I'm sorry. What was that?
Yes. Oh, yes, of course. I'm so sorry. I can use light. Then let me do so. Where are you?
It's in cantrips.
There you are.
Momo, after temporarily...
No.
After temporarily forgetting that you are a cleric of the light, you summon up
All
light.
of this has just corrupted my mind.
You summon up light, and you can finally see.
Escal's eyes
better.
twitch again, and then suddenly he returns to normal. Oh, God.
You alright, Escal?
I'm sorry, what?
Escal? Are you alright?
Oh, no.
All right.
Momo, what did you just see?
How about we deal with all this and have a nice team bonding powwow after we're done with what's at hand? Then we can all ask each other questions and, tell stories, and maybe we can escort this fine gent back up to civilization so he can get himself cleaned up and, find the Rat King and that first.
Oh, shoot, yeah. Bryce, are you okay? You're safe now, right?
Well, I was sitting there for another couple hours, but I think I'm still alright. No one came to check on me until you guys, so...
As long as you're not hurt.
Do you want to check to see if he is in fact hurt?
Yes.
Okay. Now that you have the lights on, you look over Bryce's injuries, you pull up his sleeve to see if there's any cut there. There is a swollen bite mark on his arm.
Oh, gosh.
Mate, you weren't, earlier, did you?
There's a lot of rats in here. I was probably bitten by one of them.
You don't think they would be infectious, do you?
Roll a nature check.
Will do.
You don't know if it's infectious, you just know it comes from a rat. Doesn't look like it comes from any of the rats you've seen. It is too small in the case of the rat bear pigs, and too big in the case of everyone else.
seems safe, I suppose.
I'm gonna go up to Bryce and I am going to use lay on hands to purge him of disease.
To purge him of disease, can lay on hands do that?
Yes, you can cure multiple diseases and neutralize multiple poisons with a single use of lay on hands.
Oh my god! Okay! Well then, you go and lay on hands and, channeling some divine power, you cure a disease that you weren't really aware was there, but as you do, you get the sense of what it was. You just cured lycanthropy.
Ooh.
Oh.
So that this man would have become a were-rat.
Let's get him upstairs, yeah?
He probably needs
Let's
a bit
get
of
a get a pint of grog in him.
Continue on in our fun endeavor.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool, thanks.
You're fine. You're fine.
Great. Good to hear. I mean, I don't really look or smell fine, but if you insist.
You are fine.
We're gonna get you to safety. We're gonna get you something in your system. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, great.
Not get sick.
And then you hear the voice of Nibbles. Wait, I thought you were going to go down and find the Rat King.
We will. We're civilians first.
All right, cool. Then I'm going to stay down here. Fuck you guys.
Okay.
Understandable.
Presumably, I feel him scuttle off me.
Yep, you feel him scuttle back away.
Into that. Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah, I will lead the charge up
So
back towards
up we
the pub.
go.
Great. You go back towards the entrance of the cave. As I remove the bodies, because the bodies are no longer there, the rats you killed.
Oh no.
It's just in. Alex removes the bodies. More at 11.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Oh, good.
So, teleportation is a thing, apparently.
Mm-hmm. You,
Of course.
You walk back up and go back to the Fiery Grog Tavern with Bryce in tow.
Okay.
As I,
Oh, God.
Oh, we should probably.
Yeah, as I
move
change the
ourselves
map.
up there.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh. Suddenly thoughts of what Solana asked of earlier go, like, flash in my mind. I'm just thinking, oh, God, we have to bring this up.
Great. You climb back up, supporting Bryce as you climb back up the stairs. And
So,
then...
Would you like the good news or the bad news first?
Who are you
Well,
talking
we'd like.
You're not at her table yet.
No, the bartender.
You turn to talk to your flame. Good news or the bad news? And then he's like, "This has been a night of bad news, but go ahead, go on. Tell me what's wrong."
How familiar are you with rat oligarchy?
That is a very specific question that I have no idea what you're talking about.
Trevlon?
What I mean to say is, how familiar are you with rat kings and the kings of rats?
I mean, that narrows it down just a little. I still have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
There was a man in your basement thing who was taken over and controlled the minds of rats, and now there was a person down there, and we had to save him from turning into a rat at midnight or the full moon or whatever, and we got attacked by dragon rats and exploding rats and all these blunder that we didn't care to deal with.
Well, I'd say about 7/8 of that was pretty accurate.
And as you yell all this, Momo, you know the 7 seconds in any party where everything goes silent except for the one person yelling. That's you right now, and the rest of the tavern turns to stare at you, including the mermaid dancer who interrupts her dance to just kind of stare wide-eyed at you.
Okay, tell me there's at least one person with just a silent cough, like the...
Yeah. What a coincidence! I just coughed at the same time you did. So,
Trevlon sort of like looks a little kind of both relieved that he doesn't have to lie about the basement, but also kind of incredulous that that just happened. He looks at the barman for a minute and goes, "We found the armor of invincibility."
It's actually more like wardrobe. It's still invincible.
Bryce.
Yeah.
Bryce, you're not
Invincibility, that's what we found.
Yeah.
There was,
Bryce, you're not gonna like this.
What am I not gonna like?
Davagath?
It's more like wardrobe of invincibility. Still invincible, just not the, thing you can wear. Unless you're very creative. Davagath is not very creative. Alright, so, Bryce just stares open-mouthed before finally saying, I'm gonna say the fuck word now.
Don't say the F word, please!
And then he just yells out, fuck!
Wait,
and everyone cheers on him yelling the fuck word.
To visit. At least now you can pretend to visit Narnia.
What the hell's in Narnia?
Full disclosure. Okay, I get close to the barman and sort of try and be hushed up and say, long story short, there is a guy down there doing weird experiments on rats. If we get rid of him, the bar will be completely safe. And I should say this, it's not your fault that this happened.
Yeah?
Down there for a very long time. So, if the news would get out, might be a bit of a bit boon for your business. Think about it. The legendary armor of invincibility right here in this store.
Except
you'd be famous
for your bird friend. Your bird friend and the big man just yelled out, "That ain't armor! That's a fucking wardrobe!"
Okay.
No, it's an armoire.
I do not give a shit!
But
profanity!
What if it... Wait, what if it was armor?
It's not.
What
No,
if
no. What if it was? What if it could be?
I do not recall serving you any of the fiery grog, but you sure seem out of it to me, so I don't even know.
I'm not a drinker.
What are
Anyways,
you going for here?
what I'm saying is, what if we could craft this into a set of armor and still fool the patrons into thinking it was?
Wait. Pause. So you're saying that we could somehow find a way to split and manipulate wood that is completely impenetrable and invulnerable to all damage?
You know, when you put it like that.
Yeah, it's not. It's a bit of an impenetrable object needing an unstoppable force here, mate. It's not exactly going to be worked around. Anyway,
if we know a very, very incredibly powerful wizard or druid, I guess, then maybe. But
I pull out the
likely
tome.
not.
We might.
The hell is that? Hey, he looks it over. Did you drop a book or something?
We found this downstairs in the cavern.
Do
you know anything about it?
No. You can kind of sense Solana leaning over from her table, trying to get a better look at that book.
I walk over to Solana. What would you know about this?
She looks over the book, and then she looks back up at you and says, "That's my grandmother's handwriting."
Oh.
Solana, I'm so sorry.
She's dead, isn't she?
Found
impression when we went down there.
We found a
Yeah.
skeleton down below with a couple of objects. I'm so sorry.
I'm not exactly surprised, but I suppose that is sad, yes.
Hey, Trevlon comes over. Would I overhear this actually before I metagame incredulously?
Yeah, sure.
Right. Trevlon comes over and sort of puts a sort of remorsefully and goes, I apologize for your loss. If there's anything we can do to make this easier for you, just let us know.
You'll find I handle loss differently than most people. I came to this tavern not expecting her to be alive. Even if she was, it's been a long time, and I would have gotten word back. I suppose I just needed proof more for myself than anything. By any chance, do you have anything else of hers?
We do, don't we? We definitely...
I forget what it is that we have, but yeah.
I'm asking. What did we take with us? We took the book, that was hers.
You took the lantern.
Lantern?
The lantern.
Momo?
Lantern, yeah.
Oh, yes, the lantern. I'm sorry. I'm coming.
Alright. You show her the lantern. She looks that over. Yes, that's hers as well. I'd recognize it anywhere. It's even got a little etching on the inside, see? And then she shows you a little etching in elven handwriting that appears to have been hers.
Oh.
It's a signature if I've ever seen one.
And you also took the spell scroll that had the note on it about retrieving Storm's hammer and bringing it to Lord Stormkirk.
This hammer. Would you happen to know what the significance of it was?
She looks over the note. I recognize the name, yes. And then she looks deep in thought. He is a man who is alive. Then she hands it back. That's all I know. I didn't really care to find out anything else.
I see.
Going to sound really horrible, but would it be possible for us to hold on to this lantern until we've properly explored the rest of the downstairs situation?
You can keep all of it. I'm certainly not going to use it.
Oh,
Are you sure?
Yes.
I mean, as long as you're comfortable.
You know, it's very funny that you seem to be grieving over a relative of mine much more than I am. I suppose that's non-elves for you. Anyway, a deal is a deal. And she takes a little purse of coins and sets it down on the table. All yours.
No,
Thank you.
I can't accept this.
Okay.
Maybe
and the rest of you, it's all yours.
But...
Given what you've been through, I'd feel horrible taking something like this.
Yeah.
I've gotten more.
I will gladly split it with, the people who are comfortable taking it, so just let me know.
Great. Great, so as Malifane is talking about, I feel terrible, I can't possibly take this, blah blah blah, Corellian, you just snatch it off the table.
Okay.
I'll take this.
Great.
I will take this for my own usage.
There is 50 gold in there.
Whoa.
Solana, what are you going to do now?
I've still got a couple of meetings here in town, and then after that I'm probably going to go home to Ashran Alora.
You're an elf, right?
I am an elf, yes. Thank you for noticing.
If you were to hide a secret, scary laboratory in your bedroom, where would you hide it?
Why are you asking this?
So, funny thing, that
hypothetical
giant
question. Hypothetical.
Might
Okay.
be an elf.
You are absolutely correct. There might be an elf that exists somewhere. What a coincidence, I'm also an elf.
Guys, you're magically inclined. You would know how to hide something, probably, with magic.
Yes.
Would you know where you would hide a door or an entrance to somewhere? If you were to put it in your bedroom.
People never check the floor and ceiling, and people can never reach the ceiling, so...
Tiny. So that might make things difficult. And then we will unearth that rug and press the ceiling with a broom handle or something. It'd be great.
Well, I mean, I suppose you do you.
Well, thank you. And Okay.
Yeah, she just stares, waiting for you to leave.
Worth a shot. Thanks again. And Trevlon heads back over to the bar to talk to the bartender.
Trevlon, real quick. You don't happen to have a sketch of the statues that we saw, the fish god ones?
Yeah. Trevlon nods happily and goes through his papers and takes out the sketches of the various statues that we found downstairs.
You mind if
They're a bit.
Just a moment.
And what you're gonna borrow it for?
Gathering information. I thought you'd be proud of me.
Nothing wrong with being inquisitive and finding out the truth, but you know. Leeches.
Don't worry, no harm will come to your sketches. They'll be returned safely to your hands.
Just my sketches I'm worried about. And Trevlon slides over the sketches your direction. Just you're doing.
Cool. When I get the opportunity after people are done doing their other talky things, I would like to ask the fish lady dancer about these statues.
Great.
To see if she recognizes.
Yeah. She is busy doing her act in the middle of the tavern, and a lot of the tavern goers are enraptured by it.
I can wait.
Okay.
Happens. Oh yeah, go ahead first.
Sorry. No, I was just no.
Do first.
You said that you deal with grief differently than others. Why is that?
I suppose it's just my personality. I tend to be frank and to the point. I don't like to waste time on needless emotion. You know, like other people, like, let's say a dwarf, looks over at some dwarf patrons, tend to be loud and out there.
I was gonna ask, are any of the Wild Axe clan, like, still here after what transpired?
No.
Good. Anyways.
Some tend to shoot off at any given opportunity. I happen to be much more... Is reserved the correct word? I'm never really sure.
I suppose.
Well, in that case, I happen to be more reserved than most people.
I just happen to go under the assumption that emotions are just what make us stronger. But I suppose there are some that use it to a disadvantage. Or have it as a disadvantage.
You want to know why I haven't been beaten at mage arm wrestling? Because every single person who walks up to this table thinks they have something to prove, shows that they have something to prove, shows exactly what they want. They're so easy to read, you know? And if you know what someone is thinking, you can beat them every time.
That's very wise, I guess.
Not sure what to say to that, honestly. It's just...
Many people aren't. I'm not a good conversationalist, evidently.
I know how you feel in a way.
Why are you laughing? That was not a joke.
I wasn't... You see what I mean? Anyway, I'm gonna go over somewhere else where I'm not awkward.
Okay. Alright.
Just remember that you can always confide in anyone you meet. Bonds are always the thing that give us strength. You're not alone.
Of course I'm not. It's just that none of my bonds happen to be here. And then she takes a sip of her elven wine.
I wish you nothing but the best, Solana. Have a good day. I walk over to the other table.
Great.
Yeah. As that's all happening, Trevlon is trying to... The news is out, so to speak. Trevlon is trying to sort of gently pressure the bartender into giving him permission to write a story about the adventure in the tunnels.
You know, I should know more than anyone how fast gossip travels in this town. Now that it's been announced to literally everyone in here, news is probably gonna get out already.
Well, think about it. If I'm authorized to write the story, I will make it very clear that you had no possible way of knowing that it was under there. I wouldn't feel uncomfortable saying that because you didn't know anything was down
That is not what I am worried about.
I will make sure that this article is completely in your favor. People will want to come to this bar to give you their apologies. I swear it.
That is not what I am worried about.
Well, what exactly are you worried about?
He looks around and then beckons you to come closer. Alright, so as you come closer, he whispers, I wasn't always a bartender. No one goes into bartending who actually really likes bartending and thinks it's their dream job, you know? I was a sailor and adventurer in my day, and, you know, I did things some people consider not entirely legal. And, if people hear, oh, hey, there's a cavern, I wonder what else this place is hiding, then people are going to start thinking, oh, wait, maybe old Tofty Duflame is still hiding something, and then I get arrested, and then everything gets shut down, and everything goes to shit. That is what I'm worried about.
Right. Okay. Scratches his chin a little bit. You know, I don't necessarily need to mention your name.
Yeah, you don't need to mention it. Everyone else is going to.
Well, what are the chances meets back in your day, right?
You cut out in the middle, what are the chances something, and then I heard back in your day.
Made enemies back in your day, right?
Oh, God.
It's alright. So, if there are any big ones that you might need to be worried about, if that's the case, I could perhaps, well, to not do what they think they're going to do, if I get the word in. Yes.
You still were cutting out. Thanks, Internet.
Really good. I say, how about this? I'm generally found in the offices in what is my paper actually called? Should actually ask.
It's relatively new, so it doesn't have a name beyond the Journalism Guild.
I'm in the Journalism Guild right now, yeah? I could basically be a pen pal if something goes wrong in your end. If you need somebody to back you up, or at the very least to out of a tight spot, I'd be willing to do that. You're not a bad man, and clearly the what sort of person who would intentionally hide a terrible rat travesty. So, if you like, my name, my desk in the guild, and you know you could consider me a support.
Can I hold you to that? All right. He hawks up something and spits into his hand, and then holds it out for a shake.
Oh no!
Well, I've had worse handshakes, and Trevlon and gives it a shake.
Great. It's actually relatively clean. He is a bartender, so he does wash his hands. So except for the spit, it's fine. Yeah.
He's got that real nice spit. The
gnome spit, the cleanest spit around. All right.
Clean spit.
Bartender spit. Get it while you can.
All right,
nice
so
and
you
cold.
break off the handshake, and he says, I'm counting on you.
I'm pretty sure that the people that your friends that want you to not be so... Let me rephrase that. Your enemies are probably going to have a lot of secrets that I would be quite interested to uncover anyway. So, hey-ho.
Well, that's certainly going to be interesting.
For them. And if Trevlon's not already got a drink handy, he'll order one and drink from it.
Great. he hands you over a drink, and he says, "You know what? On the house."
And Trevlon tips his hat and does a little sippy.
You do a little sippy.
In my drink.
Great. So, the mermaid swims up to the top of the tank and flips up in the air, seeming to hang there for a second, as little droplets of water fall on the patrons of the desk around her, and she lands back in the tank, swims back up to the top, touches her shell necklace, and her tail magically transforms into legs as she climbs out.
Oh.
Momo's just sitting there watching her because they don't want, they're just bored.
I will applaud with the rest of the patronage, and I will make my approach.
Great.
And say hello.
Wasn't expecting that.
You walk over and she turns to you, but doesn't really seem to give you much more notice than seeing that you're there.
I'll try to catch her attention, and I'll call out, "Excuse me, could I ask you something?"
She turns and then points to the necklace, and then opens her, holds out her hand in a claw pattern, and then opens and closes it, and moves her hand vertically. Not vertically, sorry. She holds it horizontally and then swings it.
Does anybody understand sign language?
That's fine. I understand you can't talk right now, but just a simple yes or no would suffice.
She rolls her eyes.
Well, I mean, obviously. Have you seen anything like this before? And I will show her the sketch that Trevlon has drawn of the statues that we found. Yeah.
She grabs the notebook. Surprisingly, even after doing a swim, she is not covered in water, so the book itself is fine. She looks between that and then back up at you, then back at the statue, then hands it back and shakes her head.
Worth a shot. Much appreciated. Thank you.
And she starts to walk upstairs.
I will return Trevlon's sketchbook/notebook back to him. And yeah, thank you. No leads.
Well, I did get something interesting from the elf over there, and Trevlon walks by the way, from away from the bar.
You're referring to Solana.
So, seems that if we may not have checked everywhere in that room. Recheck the ceiling.
The floor and ceiling, she mentioned, yes.
Ceiling. That's what we need to look at.
Alright.
Sounds good.
Whatever else we can get out of the architecture. Wow. Okay. Good job, Mal.
Great job.
Well, I'm game to go back down. Are you lot?
Yeah.
I'm down.
Have a light source.
We have Momo.
Actually,
that's
that's
a light source.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe getting a refill of oil for the lantern would be a good idea as well, I suppose.
Certainly the one that allows us to see.
Well,
yes.
Less of a struggle I have to put up with, the better.
Right, do you
before we...
Sorry, go ahead.
Before we go down, that, and I think you know what I mean when I say that, Rendo.
I'm assuming you're referring to whatever happened in the last few moments.
General idea.
Are you familiar with the concept of split personalities?
Well,
Would I...
there are things like demonic possession.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Well, in that case, maybe you should educate us.
So, I'm not entirely sure about the specifics, but certain circumstances upon growing older can cause you to manifest a separate personality, a separate person, if you will, that, for lack of a better way of putting it, inhabits you. Essentially, symbiotic relationship. I'm assuming that you met Escal.
Yes.
That's what he called himself.
Mm-hmm. He calls me
Escal is a
Bird Brain.
And I apologize for that. Escal is a manifestation of the neglect that I had for... I'd rather not go into detail, but he exists for the sole purpose of getting a rise out of people. And nothing more, nothing less.
Wow.
I try to keep him under control as much as I can. I stay in very highly lit sources when I get the chance. For whatever reason, he seems to manifest himself whenever it's dark. I'm not sure why.
I've been around the place for a while, and the thing I've learned is you can't always explain some things. As much as it eats away at you, some things just aren't easily. Oh, as long as you're clean about it, and that's fine. I'll be aware. As long as you know that we've got your back.
Yes, of course.
Just make sure
One
your
thing you should know
reasons
about
don't turn
him.
into excuses.
Of course not. Though there is one thing to note. From what I understand, Escal and I don't share memories with one another. That's why I have this journal here. It's not just something I use for research purposes. I've also been using this to write down notes. That way, if Escal somehow manages to manifest himself when I'm not aware, that way he can be aware of whatever's going on, the situation. That's how he knew your names, despite the unfortunate nicknames, I suppose. I'll try to keep that up when I can, but I apologize if I slip up.
This Esgal fella, does he know how to fight?
Oh, yes, absolutely. He prefers close quarters, but yeah, he's absolutely a fighter.
As long as he doesn't try to punch my lights out, I'm comfortable with it.
He seems to have the same code that I do. Harm, but don't kill. So, you should be okay.
Well, good to know we won't have to perform an exorcism or anything of that ilk.
I've heard those things go really badly sometimes.
Yes,
From
me
what
too.
I've gathered, yeah. Anyways, that's as much as I understand about the matter. I apologize I can't give you more. But if something comes up, I will let you know.
Thank you.
We will lend a listening ear, my friend.
I guess that's all we can ask for.
Thank you all. I appreciate it. Anyways, what are we gonna do about him? And my gaze shifts towards Bryce.
Bryce appears to be leaning on a table, ordering some beer. No one's checking for ID or anything like that, so...
Quick question, Bryce. Do you have any way of getting safe lodgings without, your money?
I've got a little bit. He rummages through his pockets. Yeah, that barrel had my stuff in it. I've got some gold I can get by, and, after this, I'm probably just gonna go back to Dad.
Probably a good idea.
Trevlon gets out a piece of paper and writes his name and where he lodges in the he hands it to Bryce and goes, "If you notice anything out of the ordinary, or if you'd like to talk about your experience with the fun rat man, to contact me. I'm gonna make this a very well written story, and having eyewitnesses would be absolutely vital."
Okay. He looks at the business card and puts it in his pocket.
How many of these do you carry?
I just write them whenever I think I need them, and I usually need them a lot.
Fair play.
I should have having a quill on hand. And on that, he Trevlon stuffs the quill back into his pocket and sort of has a little bit of a sigh and goes, "So, let's go find a lab then, huh?"
Right.
Great.
Forward and away.
Momo gets some light up once again, and you go back into the Rat King's lair. Bryce, go away. No one likes your style.
Bryce, why are you still here?
Yeah, fuck you, Bryce.
Down the dresser drawers at this point, right?
No, Thabagath is still carrying them.
Thabagath, go back upstairs. Put down the drawers. Come back.
But it is invincible. Thabagath likes.
I passed the mimic, seeing its dead. What would you call it? Body, corpse, whatever.
Body, yeah.
And I just shudder at its presence.
Wood shavings.
Really wood shavings as much as it is gel shavings. It's all mucus, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be having nightmares for weeks. Anyways, ceiling.
Ceiling, check it.
Great. Roll investigation.
You got it.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
Momo.
Oh.
You look up at the ceiling very carefully, and then you trip and fall on your face. But as you do, where you land sounds hollow.
What?
Thank you. You get inspiration for that.
Yay!
Yeah.
Ugh.
Basically, until you use inspiration, that lets you re-roll anything. Thank you for falling flat on your face, Jojo.
You're welcome. My nose is broken.
All right.
You have a nose?
I chipped part of my tooth beak thingy, whatever. Guys,
What is the thing?
All right.
It's hollow.
Well,
you take a closer look, and there appears to be a trapdoor under where the mimic was.
Oh. I think I found something.
Trevlon, sort of see if you can open it.
To me.
Yeah, it opens. It's unlocked.
Do we go down?
What do I see? What do I see down there?
There is a short flight of stairs.
Poppycock.
Watch your profanity.
Since you are... Okay, Corellian, you can see in the dark, right?
correct. Yes, I'll take a look. So I will go and I will take a look down the stairs and see if I can see what's at the bottom of them.
Great. You head down the stairs, and it goes into some kind of laboratory. The air in the room crackles with this energy that would leave your hair standing on end if you had any hair, Corellian. And it leaves metal buzzing with some faint energy. There's this huge jungle of alchemical equipment sprawled over the tables on the southern end. Glass containers of like various shapes and sizes with bubbling and hissing chemicals, casting this green glowing mist around the lab. And more importantly, a high-strung elf in this long red coat impatiently strides from table to table, muttering to himself, his head jerking quickly to examine the bubbling liquids as he twitches his nose while sniffing their contents. His hands busily work on a mortar and pestle. The awkward, jerking movements are spilling half the contents onto the floor.
What do you say?
Shh. I will make my way back up the stairs quietly.
And he looks like this.
I love him.
Yay, uprising.
He is.
Yay, uprising.
He is definitely.
That is uprising's art, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yay, uprising.
And he has my hair.
He is a vision. We'll say that. So I will go upstairs. I will very quietly relay exactly what I've seen. Question: did I see any other exits from that room?
There was a tunnel that went east, you could see.
Alright. I will say that specifically, and I will make the suggestion that we try to cut off any means of egress. So, do we want to try and fight him, or try and speak to him? Also, maybe we should go collect Mr. Nibbles. Nibbles.
I wouldn't be averse to trying to talk him down.
Neither would I, and I think Nibbles would be an asset.
I agree.
I know I've kind of been a bit of a, well, my insults haven't exactly been the best. But would you mind if I do the talking, so to speak?
It's up to Corvette again.
Me? Well, you're a smooth talker. I trust you, and I will do my best to make sure that our friend doesn't make a premature escape. But Nibbles first, you do the talking, we'll try and cut off the exits and get this sorted, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. You go up to go get Nibbles, and he's like, okay, yeah, you found him. Great, it took you long enough.
Yeah, found the trapdoor and everything. We figure you might be able to help us talk some sense into him, if there's sense to be had.
You think I haven't tried?
Well, I'm sure that between the whole lot of us, we could maybe get a bit more done. But, I mean, it's better than just spilling brains all over the flagstones, yeah?
And you feel an awkward silence. That is cruel. That is just cruel.
Well, listen, you're the one who said talk.
Yeah, I'm also the one whose name includes the word brains in it, so there.
Roll for pun damage.
Roll for pun damage.
You'll have to forgive me for not being able
6
to
pun damage!
Please just make this a running theme.
Why
please?
My sincerest apologies not being able to see you. I was speaking to you as I would speak to anyone else. So there.
Right, well, I'm going to stay the hell away from you, I guess. And, he climbs on top of Thavagath's shoulder. Oh, wow, that is a hike.
That's my spot. Excuse me. Sorry, I coughed. Yeah, I know.
Alright, so what do you do?
Ready to do this?
I sort of get a deep breath and do a little shake, like I'm doing like a warm up.
Like before singing?
Basically, it's gonna be.
It's like, have any of you guys seen Coco?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
It's like the don't worry about it, Scott. It's like that scene where Hector tries to tell him about. Oh, he's trying to. It's where he says, "Just give a little shake," and he shakes in his entire body, and his head comes off, and it flips around.
Yes.
That's exactly what happens to Trevor.
Oh God.
His head comes off.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm fine. I'm comfortable with this. This is my natural state.
Everything is fine.
So after Trevlon's shaking the nerves out of himself, he steps downstairs and into the laboratory.
Great. Anyone else going down there?
I'm going to be going down there with him, and I'm going to surreptitiously move towards the eastern exit.
Okay.
Ready to intercept, should it be necessary.
Can I go down there too, just in case?
Yes.
Cool.
Alright.
Yeah.
Momo, you head down there, and your glowing light fills the room. And then as you do, you see the Rat King's head go bolt upright as he wheels around, holding a flask of what you believe is acid, and says, "Who's there?" And that is where we will end the session.
I was wondering when that was gonna happen.
Yeah, what took you guys so long to fucking talk to the Rat King? That was the trigger for the end of the session.
Well, sorry.
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 Well, excuse me, princess.
Princess.
You're not welcome here.
Excuse me. All right. Thank you all for tuning in to this. The Rat King has been alerted. Will they survive the encounter? Find out next time on Fallen Empires. See you later, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
My gods, my joints.
And that's the post show.
Alex, look in the general and scroll up. I drew another thing.
I see. I'm going to bring it up for the lovely people.
Good. I really like it.
It's the part where Nibbles jumps on
Oh my god.
Trevelon's shoulder and spooks him.
Man.
love it.
Oh.
Man.
There we
You're
go.
a scampering guy, aren't you?
Aren't you?
It's a skimpy fella.
Rat Bear Pig, though. Just saying.
Rat Bear Pig, yes.
That was the most amazing thing ever.
This has probably been my favorite session.
I have enjoyed it very much
Yeah.
as well.
Thank you very much.
A lot of development was had.
I was gonna say, I'm totally not being biased here. Nope.
Nope. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Everything's cool. Oh,
Everything's fine. Nothing is ruined.
Excuse me.
Nope, sorry.
Bless you.
Lightning outside, so...
That was a very good time, and it is.
was.
And I'm very depressed that Phil's internet decided to have a fun little fit.
Yeah, that sucks.
Irritates me.
I'm sure he
Yeah.
would have loved the fucking armoire of invincibility.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he would have laughed his ass off.
Wow, thank you for the bits.
Thank you for the
Thank
bits.
you.
Thank you.
So,
Very,
in
very,
ca-
very, very good.
in case anyone wants to be horrified, go look up a Rat King.
Oh yes.
Rat King. Oh yeah, that's an actual thing.
It is an
I
actual
think
We're all-
I'm good.
It's an actual thing, and it's terrifying.
I'm doing it.
You'll regret it.
Can't be much worse than
I
some of the other
regret
stuff I've seen on.
No!
Is it worse than blue waffles?
No!
On what you think is worse. Like Rat King is just as a concept is just like sad and a bit gross. Like it's got like an emotional layer to it as well because it's like, oh no, those poor things.
I hate it.
It's basically just a bunch of rats.
With their tails tied together.
Just
like that.
through nature.
Yeah,
Happened like that. It's very sad.
pretty horrifying.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Alex,
don't like
the
it.
chubby
I
pup-
don't like it.
Worse than Alex the chubby. Alex, is there something you're not telling us?
What is
Wait.
that?
Hold on. Don't bring
I'm
that
not-
back up. Scott, what have you done?
What?
Don't look it up. Just forget you ever heard it.
Why did you look
Look
it
it
up?
up.
Blame Twitch chat.
Looking it up now.
I haven't
No,
even looked
stop!
it up.
No, don't do it.
I haven't even looked it up.
Blame Twitch chat.
Blame Twitch chat. Always blame Twitch chat.
Constantly.
I'm sorry, Scott.
Why?
Twitch chat, why would you do that?
There we go.
What is
All
wrong
of
with you?
No!
Real
Go to your rooms!
I'm slow. I'm sorry.
How
Did you
dare
look
you
it up,
make Jojo
Loris?
look that up?
Oh. Woof. Okay. Blah. All
I
right.
blame Twitch chat. Why not Zoidberg?
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
I'm
In
sorry
any
for yelling
case.
at you guys. You know we love you.
Yeah, we do. Kiss from Jojo.
All right.
The
You
best
know what
kind
I'm.
of
You know what I need to do now. I need to go and pass out real quick because I'm
Yep.
waking up pretty early tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I need to consume.
I also need to consume.
All right.
Don't we all?
We will see you later after. Actually, we will see you later means we will see you on Tuesday because we're going to
Yeah.
consume.
Ah!
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in.
Have
The
a good one,
Consume
all.
Cast.